Alrighty. Let me just scroll this a bit so I can actually see what I'm doing. Oh, not at all what I wanted to do there. Good work. Keep grabbing the wrong image. There we go. I shrink that. It's not letting me. Whatever. We'll deal with it accordingly. Alright, we got those pulsing beats. Alright. Good morning. Or noon. Good noon. Good noon. And welcome back to Warframe Wednesdays. I, as ever, am your intrepid host, Fraggoth. And today, I'm sure there was a plan at some point, but I don't remember what it was. So we're just going to fake it till we make it. We're going to start off with sorties as always, or almost always. What do we got here? Defense, spy, mob def, red, radiation mob def, ick, gag, splorch. Whatever, it'll be easy either way. So yeah, you're listening to the dulcet tones of Armored Core. I think it's Formula Front. 80% sure this is the Armored Core Formula Front soundtrack at the moment. If I get dinged for copyright, well, I get dinged for copyright. Those sick 90s, late 90s, early aughts era techno vibes. Oh, I forgot that I had this to claim. I've had this for ages. So I haven't been able to be on Warframe much at all for the last 2 weeks. Because I have had quite a schedule to work with. Nowhere near the free time. And somewhere along the line, I've picked up some sort of a cold that has decided to settle deeply into my lungs. So I'm going to be sucking on some Ricolas, drinking a bunch of water, and otherwise just kind of relaxing. So no impact, that's fine. Sure, just going to do some of this. Just going to do it as our good friend Octavia, because Octavia does everything pretty easily and effortlessly. That's why we play Octavia. When we want to have an easy time while also interacting with the environment sometimes. Alrighty. I'm gonna plop down one of them. I still don't have enough juice for my 4. There we go. 2020 hindsight, probably should have plopped it over here, but I'll put one of the big boom booms there. Because the infested absolutely love being lit on fire. I'm gonna go with cloaking. There we go. So in the meantime, they've done a couple patches, mostly cleaning up some of the more unsightly aspects of Empyrian. I still fully anticipate that they're going to wind up getting Empyrian to a functional state and then basically forgetting about it. That is the fear anyway. We'll see what actually happens. Oh, I am going to put that thing up here. I want to be competitive, darn it. I'll check that down there. That should work on the stuff over here. It does, if I'm reading my buff icons correctly. And I think I am. Yeah, there we go. Not quite maxed range. Basically max duration. I'm pretty sure it is max duration. And pretty low power strength is my build for Octavia, typically. Though I can switch it around. I've been working on switching it around to do a higher strength, higher range. Or a higher strength, anyway. I haven't really, like, I got to my max duration build and then just kind of stuck with it because it worked, and it did everything I wanted it to, which is plop something down and forget it. Pop an ability and forget it and stay cloaked for minutes at a time with minimal investment. I do like that distortion effect. I can't lie. I think it's kind of cool. But I should probably turn it off. Oh, I need to get my... murder ball up. Since the infested will charge after that, whack it a couple times, and then die. Oh, I have to... I'm gonna wind up switching my Vasca Kavat out, because I believe they are ranked up now, so I don't have to keep them there. They're okay for that, like, once a mission instant revive if you need it. But and I do like that, don't get me wrong, but it feels kind of... Like, that's literally the only reason you bring it around. Whatever lifesteal it's doing isn't really benefiting you all that much, and otherwise it's fairly unimpressive physically, unlike, say, chargers, which I've been meaning to pick up and use again, because there's some fun mod set combos you can do with chargers involving many maggots. And I'm still canoodling with my Kuva Ogress. I haven't really fiddled with, because I haven't had the time, I haven't fiddled with my Lich, which has a higher damage bonus, Kuva Ogress. I think it's magnetic damage, which isn't bad. I think I'd rather have a combi elemental. Combi elemental or fire, basically, is the ideal. Impact is borderline worthless, about as close to worthless as it is possible to be without actually being an active hindrance. Since a lot of stuff resists, I'm gonna plop it down here, because not just cause, but because that'll actually target more enemies because of lines of sight. That's one of the things you wind up, it's relevant to just about every Warframe. There's a couple that don't care, like Saren, but is your lines of sight. So with Octavia, it's all about learning, okay, I want to put my murder balls here, because they've got good line of sight to a bunch of different areas, since it won't damage stuff that is flagrantly out of line of sight most of the time. And we're getting lots of mods, which basically boils down to Endo somewhere along the line. I don't dissolve mods for Endo all that often. I usually wait till I've got like 100 or something. Oh, they're gone. I need to get back there. That should be fine. Since this is the first mission of the sortie, it's going to be pretty lightweight. I'm more worried about the mob def with the mobile defense with the radiation hazard, because people are liable to get rad procced and then not do anything about it. They proceed to get you killed, which is, as you can imagine, less than ideal. We got a Mirage doing the nuking thing. I actually have a Mirage build for that as well, or a Mirage loadout that covers that particular niche. It's fairly dependent on enemies actually dropping things like ammo. Otherwise, it's what is it? Sleight of hand. It's Mirage's second ability and the augment on her second ability. Her 2. Ordinarily kind of a worthless ability because who wants to mine lockers and stuff, but the augment makes it so that it turns everything, ammo drops, health orbs, energy orbs, all of that, anything that plops out of an enemy pretty much, turns it into a explosive and adds up real quick. And if you make it max range, you're basically covering entire tiles at once. You can kind of compete with a Saren, really. In fact, they synergize. A Saren and a Mirage, a sleight of hand Mirage, actually synergize pretty well because they don't interfere particularly badly with each other, which is good. Definitely hearing critters. A well-spec'd Saren will generally outdo it because it can just keep going and going and going, but you can make yourself relatively efficient with a sleight of hand Mirage, so you can actually nuke entire tiles. It both take time. Saren has the benefit of using her 4 to detonate her spores and just be generally very, very, very killy. But they work okay. I'm not hugely fond of nuker builds. I prefer something that requires a little more thought. I enjoy playing Saren, I guess. I don't do it much. In fact, I don't know if I've ever done it on stream. I probably have. I'm gonna kill myself when I shoot this guy, I just know it. So yeah, nothing serious happening today, thank goodness. After this, I don't know. I'll see what arbitrations are up, maybe do some arbitrations. I'm not huge on 190, no, that's not terrible. I'm still kind of low on endo, even though I sold a couple statues not too long ago. It is easy to run out of endo. Endo you basically never run out of uses for, although there haven't been new mods in a while. Let's see, what was the next one? Is it a spy? Yeah, it's a spy. Easy. Easy. Easy, easy with an Octavio. You can basically fall asleep on spy missions, you just have to go through the motions. I suppose an Ivara can do it even easier if she's using the augment that makes it so she can go through lasers, but I still haven't done any hardcore farming for Ivara Prime. I'm probably going to wait till the next Prime comes out before I do that at this point. Or maybe get to it in the next week or two. It's not that I'm taking a break from farming Primes, it's that my time has been at an extreme premium, and I haven't felt an absolute need to get a Baza Prime, or a Ak Somati Prime, or an Ivara Prime, though Ivara Prime looks schmexy. Hopefully nobody here will flub it. But I'm going for C. My tradition is go straight for C and then look for the ending tile and mark it for everybody so that they can find it when they're done. There we go. A lot of vaulting there, which is a little awkward. Oh, that's right, it's melee only. That's why. That's fine. Jeez, this one's a ways out there. There it it is. That's what I was gonna say. I can't see the one I missed. And since it's infested, this is even easier because they tend to be kind of... Oh, I say that, but then they're blocking with glob. There we go. Cool. Got a freebie. Love that. Actually, I'll open these. Oh. So that went well. Spy missions are not especially tricky once you memorize the tiles. That one actually threw me for a loop though, because it's the infested tile set, which put in a bunch of blocking infested schmutz. Ugh, I still need to farm up one of those Kuva, whatever they are, is Kuva hammers. I also have to farm for the pennant and the whatever the gun that released with Empyrian is. I joined a farming group for that twice and then never did it again because I had other things to farm. Didn't get much for that one other than some credits. 60k isn't great. It's not bad. It's about what you'd expect from Mission 2. I'm not exactly in need of credits, so it's no big deal. I don't know what Silkier Plains was doing, but apparently they decided it was necessary to go and actually kill stuff. I mean, I threw the ball out there at the end for the hell of it, but... Is that really too... No, it's a mob def, right? Yeah, it's a mob def. Mobile defense. Sorry. Trying to avoid hacking into the microphone. Mobile defense, I'll do fine here. Maybe I'll do a... Not Profit Taker, the other one. Exploiter Orb. Run, because I haven't done one of those in a dog's age. Wow. That lag just made my bullet jump there go even further than usual. That hitch as that guy joined in. Oh, good. Oh, it's on the other side. Good job, dude. Why am I just standing on it? What am I doing? Glad we have a limbo. I like limbos. Limbos that know what they're doing are great. People who let the limbo do his job are also great, but far rarer, I regret to say. I'll get into position early here. I'm trying to get this Kuva Ogress leveled so I don't have to worry about re-leveling it. Ooh. Let me see if I plop it up there. They may not attack it is the problem, because they don't like hopping up to attack stuff. Ow. So, actually, I think I'll... Oh. Biggest problem is it's actually a very nice spot for it to be. Oh. Where is it? Ancient Disruptor? Where's the... I don't know where it was. I hope it wasn't mine. I hope I didn't just ruin somebody's farm for them, but if they were farming for those, they shouldn't have been in a sortie anyway, to begin with. There we go. Biggest shooters. Wow. Get out of there, dude. I had a radiation proc. That was me being dumb. Of course, none of these guys will know it. There we go. There's one attacking it. Cool. Oh. All it takes is like one enemy attacking it every now and again. Those are rookie numbers, I'll admit. You can get much higher damage numbers very quickly with Octavia, but I don't have I don't have a high strength build. I think mine is 60 strength. It's low. It's negative 40. There we go. There we go. Nice job. Juking the wrong way. There we go. I'm not going to get any medals for high damage, but it doesn't matter. Let's see, what did we get? Oh, he stole some Kuva from me. You. supplies. But even in the sortie drop tables, it's not like you can't get it in like 50 other places. I am in fact top damage. Alright. Almost have these two Kuba guns maxed out. Let's see what we got. Someone's doing an Argon farm, things I absolutely don't need. I should actually check my... Come on, Night Wave. Oh, okay. What? That's a new one. Oh, she's dropping wolf beacons, that's good. What I'm looking for, though, are new... Yeah, no, I already have that. Helmets. Namely the, what is it, the glut helmet for, because I missed it last time it went around, for, Grendel. Not that I use Grendel much. I just don't get them. I just don't understand what I'm doing wrong. Alrighty, you are indeed all leveled up, so I'm going to switch back to my Helios Prime, which will make everything a bit easier. Let's see, what do we got for arbitrations? That's the wrong one. Survival Mesa and the Comma. Ooh. Yeah, let's do it. I don't know what the comma is offhand, or I know what the comma is, but I don't care. I don't care about the comma. Oh, it probably means the single one, though. Gross. Oh, wow, I haven't even potatoed this thing. That's how much I care about it. Okay, let's... Wow. This is one that I just flat out haven't used, and it uses the machete. See, this is the problem with, no. Yes. And no. And yes. And Primed Fever Strike. It's crit. Critical chance pitiful. We're not even going to bother. What's its status? Pretty bad. Gosh. I guess I can still go with like Condition Overload or... Well, going with Blood Rush is by no means a bad idea. Blood Rush just helps. I'll go with Quickening, so I just blaze through stuff. Yeah, it's definitely the Formula Front soundtrack. For sure. Alrighty. No, too dangerous. Let's do heat. And you. That bumps our damage way up. For you, I guess I can do the same thing. I still haven't decided if I'm gonna go with like a crit build. It could fake it, but I'm probably not gonna bother. I don't see much point. It has a mountain of status, so. Alright, let's do Pathogen Rounds. Just juicing that damage way up. And Convulsion. Bump those numbers up. Multiplied that by a solid lots. Got some radiation, got some corrosive, got some viral. I have some of those I can build, but they use up forma, and I'm not willing to burn forma at this stage. Alrighty. So we'll just leave it at that for now, I think. I think we're about ready. Oh, right. Mesa. Gotta grab the mesa. And I'll probably use my bird build. Which, let me just make sure I've got it on here. Ideally, I wouldn't have steel charge on there, but I'd have to form a her again. Not really wanting to do that at this point. Not that it would be a problem. Like, if I put in a forma here, pistol, amp, I could get in there, yeah, no problem, because I'd be reducing this by 7, and this would go down by, if that's 1, 2, 3, yeah, if that's 7, that's 14, it goes down by 4, yeah, I'd be able to do it with one forma. Ideally, I'd also get, what is it called in here? More damage, but sustainability for me has been the biggest one. Probably would get like a roll intensify in there, I guess. If there was a drift mod that boosted power duration, I'd put that on instead, but I'd do that for like every build anyway. Is there anything here for like pistols? Not headshots. Headshots are not going to do me much good. Yeah, like a ranged attack speed. That's for primary. I want for secondary. Fire. Here we go. Yeah, arcane acceleration. No, that's it again. Yeah, here we go. You want a maxed arcane velocity if you can get it. Because I've got decent crit chance, in fact. In fact, even doing that will probably get me pretty far, and then I just need, what, 2 more, I think? No, 3 more. I need to get some resource boosters at some point, but I can wait on that. I guess I maybe, because I don't remember if arcane velocity stacks twice. In any event, and let me just double check my regulators. I have blast to lock things down. That's probably not a good idea. Gas might be the better choice. I don't know why I have blast there. That's a really strange decision. With gas, I'll be just shredding them apart. Actually, let me check what enemies I'm fighting. Yikes. Actually check maybe, though. Orokin, so whatever is fine, basically. So most of my match is going to be spent sitting still and going in given directions. Oh, I'm going to back out. Go back in. It's a survival. Hopefully we will get a Necros. Oh boy, let's try it again. There we go. Sometimes matchmaking does odd things. Hope everyone's doing okay out there in the world. What on earth? Ideally, I'd have my, what's it called? I should have brought that. My kit gun, my catch moon probably, so I can shoot through crowds and kill the arbitration drones. But I've got, this thing, which is almost as good. Well, no. It is what it is. Do not trigger the alarm yet, please. That would be nice. He's going as a Wukong, which makes a lot of sense because Wukong is damn near unkillable. Also provides an extra little ally in a pinch, which is very handy. Just waiting for a fourth. Ah, here we go. Very good. With any luck, one of them will be a Necros. The icon's blocking whatever that dude is. I can't tell. Looks like an Ember. Nope, there's a Necros in there. Yep, I heard it. I heard it. I heard him. So my fire rate is going to spike occasionally. It's going to go way up. I should actually have more damage than I do, but I like the bird build because it's very satisfying. Already with the RB drones. Are you really, though? I didn't even know synthesis targets could appear on arbitrations. Oh, here we go. This is a good room. Yeah, I've got Arcane Energize and Arcane Strike, whatever the one is that boosts pistol's attack rate on crit. Now I could, I do need to form on my Mesa Prime and my Regulators Prime at some point. But for now, they're basically okay. They're not optimal, but this is Warframe. The word optimal is basically irrelevant. You never need to be optimal. You never need to be optimal, I should say. I can't think of any situations where you need to be optimal other than preventing someone else's ire, keeping them from being angry at you. Eidolons don't require optimal play by any stretch of the imagination. Thank goodness, too. There we go. They did. I just realized I haven't been putting on my buffs. Jeez Louise, that's a mistake. Oh, most of those are Necros shadows. I see how it is. Okay, that's fine. Ooh, I should have swapped over to a Jinn. Because with Jinn, then I don't have to worry about it being dead forever. Oh, there's a drone there, that's why. I see. It's another drone. It's dead. Does that mean the fireworks on that? I thought the fire from Nightwatch Napalm did not work for some reason. I don't remember why. But it appeared to. Something exploded. And one of the main reasons I do those, where I jump up in the air and do it, is because enemies miss a lot when you're in midair. As opposed to just sitting there on the ground saying, please shoot me. Dopamine laced. Interesting name. Well, hopefully that guy can actually complete the puzzle. If he can't, or obstacle course, if he can't, well, he just wasted something. Oh yeah, I'm feeling that fire rate, because my fire rate is spiking a lot quicker than it otherwise would. Oh, there's one of the drones. X-drone. I'm gonna get my buffs back up. So yeah, lots of duration, not max duration, but lots of duration. Range is not super relevant. It just improves the size of the circle. Efficiency, so I can basically pop in and out of shooter mode whenever I want. And then whatever damage you can stack on top of that. Also as much fire rate as you can get. Which isn't strictly necessary, but it's satisfying, and it does actually work in your favor quite a bit. Oh, there is a Vitus Essence. Gimme! Gimme! Oh, it's like up here somewhere. Gimme! That's... Vitus Essence is the entire reason we're here. Now, fire rate will make your circle of fire, your aim circle, shrink more quickly, but that's why you pop in and out. If your circle shrinks too much, pop out, pop back in. And resume the burr. You also have difficulty aiming at stuff like straight up above and down you, behind you, or underneath you, rather. Is there a drone there somewhere that I'm not seeing? I can't tell. That's my main concern, is arbitration drones, because they're... I can't shoot them. I can't shoot anything that's attached to them, so... making them die as quickly as possible is pretty important. Ordinarily, I'm not much of a Mesa player, because sitting there... Oh boy. Oh boy. That's a heavy gunner, that's why I'm even here. They are why I exist. What about his sisters, though? I don't know, I wasn't paying attention the last time he talked. Maybe he even did. Jeez, we are spread way out. What is going on here? I'm not helping matters, it's partly my fault. Where are they? They're up there? No, they're down here, yeah. Ooh, wow, there's a lot of enemies somewhere. Oh, okay. I fell down here. That's fine. Ooh, boy. There we go. Oh, boy. I do want the mod that he dropped, though. That is sort of a thing. And gas procs stack up pretty quickly, because you wind up doing the damage, the gas damage itself, and then the toxin damage from the actual cloud that it leaves behind. So I like using gas. It's not ideal. You can do more damage with, in some circumstances, with a lot of circumstances. With corrosive, for instance. But I like gas. Gas winds up being a pretty good catch-all element for certain weapon types. It can be good for anything with very high damage. It can work okay for stuff with low damage per hit. Must be right up above. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, they are shooting me. Do want the Vitus Essence. In fact, I think I really wanted to have Resource Booster for this, if that works on those. Where is it? There it is. Are we bailing already? Really? I didn't really think that was necessary, but okay. I'd kind of rather not. It's just him, though. So unless other people join him... Here we go. Bunch of Vitus Essence. Unless other people join him, I'm not gonna... I also have to worry about these guys, not them, the nullies. They're fragile, but I can't really hurt them until their bubble goes. Is there a drone in the area? Yeah, there is. Whoops. I do want to just make sure I'm reloaded here. Yeah, that other guy did leave, which is... unfortunate, but we'll be okay. I'm just gonna stick with our pals, my pals here. Oh boy! Oh boy! I need to get out of here. Oh. That's why you go with a a Wukong. Oh jeez, that's a skin of some kind, but I can't tell. Oh, that's a Gauss. We lost our Necros? Ick. Arcana looks like of some kind. Figured he'd use an Exceltra. Exceltra is good in general. Plus, it gets a reload speed buff with Gauss. So an already pretty good weapon overcomes one of its main deficiencies, other than actual ammo problems, which can be dealt with. Yeah, they're using the Fullman probably for the same reason. It acts like a mini Arcoplasmor, and you never run out of ammo. Plus, it's strong. I just gotta get some juice. Oh. There we go. We're good. We're good. Do that a lot. Try to cut it before landing. But as you can see, lots of hopping. Don't want to do that. Eh? Huh. Something got me. Something got me, but good. Not totally sure what got me there. What is this Gauss doing? He's running around being a Gauss, I guess. I mean, this does have lots of good straight hallways, which are advantageous for a Gauss. He has a hard time cornering, obviously. He goes in a straight line very quickly, but turning is a bit of an issue. Something's... There you go. Yeah, right now, Wukong, if you can get him, is pretty new player friendly. I'd probably argue maybe even more than like Rhino. He's just harder to get than Rhino. He takes more time investment. But being able to revive from the dead on his own like 3 times is pretty handy, and then having a little ally that runs around with you means he's great for solo play. So, it's pretty good. Gauss, I still don't have the hang of, so what I need is somebody to give me a decent breakdown on how to play Gauss effectively, some possible Gauss build suggestions and playstyle suggestions, but I think overall he's just not really my thing. At least the way I've been given to understand his actual... the way I've used his mechanics anyway, have not really... And how his mechanics, it appears, are intended to be used, don't really jive with how I play the game. I'm not really a passive player, but at the same time, I'm not a... I like a mix. My dead body's way over there. Let's see. I don't think my Mesa build has adaptation on it, though, which is a big minus. I need to get that on there. I'll probably get around to formatting it pretty soon. I might do that after this, just so I have that set, because once I get that on, like, I'll be able to do a bit more with it. Yeah, enemies are also starting to do a lot of damage here, too. I mean, they do that anyway. I'm gonna just fly around like a maniac for a few minutes. Oh boy, oh boy. You do not want to stop moving if you can help it. Because things will shoot you. Fortunately, I can play the game like that. Ah. I think the rocket bounced back and hit me. I'm not sure. I'm spending this entire match dead. Oh, wow, another adaptation. That's really good, because now I can max mine out. I just think I need them to either leave or I need to get maxed out first. There's another mod that I need to get a spare of, I think. No, I think adaptation is the biggie. In order for me to comfortably max it out and then start formatting builds to get it to fit again. I needed the one spare. That guy's duplicate just go into the null bubble and stay there? That's interesting. I couldn't tell because it was sort of fading off from the screen. I'm just going to keep moving. I don't care about anything. Let me see. Yep, I've got the adaptation there. Very good. meant to click it before then. I'm gonna play this pretty aggressively. Or defensively, rather. Okay. I don't think... Oh no! There we go. Ah! Something just plinked me and I died. I was playing super defensively and it just did not care. I'm not sure what got me there. I just saw a flicker and I was dead. That happens. I'm gonna change my build to have some more survivability, I guess. Yeah, Wukong makes this practically trivial. Wukong makes a lot of things trivial. I mean, he's scary good as it is. I'm more worried about the O2 levels that we've got, or not got, as the case may be. Yeah, there you go. Juke him, man. Get out. What is you doing, my friend? There you go. Good. There's like 2 of them over there. On a seating step. I already have one, but I will take it. There's a bunch of stuff I don't have from arbitrations. Hopefully they'll get me up first, but maybe not. Is Wukong doing all the work? Well, I'll still get the arbitration, what's it called? The adaptation mod. Oh, don't die there, my dude. Wow. Yeah, good. That would have been embarrassing. Okay, all he has to do is look up. Does he have a controller? Is that why he's having trouble? He's not having that much difficulty turning, is he? I don't know, that's looking like he's having either mouse trouble or he's using a controller. Because the angles he's moving at. More power to him if so. Good luck, my dude. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. Not in Warframe, anyway. Yeah, I still got the adaptation. Got a mountain of, well, a fair amount of Vitus Essence. A lot of Argon, too, which I don't need. And a lot of Endo. Endo's important. Alrighty. Oh, I'm not going to have enough Endo to max that out, though. Not yet. I can sell some stuff. Let's see. Do I have adaptation on here? I assume I don't. No, I don't. I don't think that's... Nope, that is still Formula Front soundtrack. I take it back. see, I'll forma that into a hyphen slot. Well, that's probably pushing it. Actually, can't I get like 1 extra point that way? Not that it does much. Alrighty. Let me go to a build that does have adaptation, like my Wisp. Jeez Louise, I'm not going to be able to fit it on here. Hey, nice to see you both. I don't know if my text chat just updated it. Louis Zosua Frori and Punkbuster28. Nice to see you tuning in. My mastery, I'm 28. Mastery 28. Up there, show the profile. Yeah, 28. Not that mastery matters that much. I could be much farther along in here, like up to around here, but I've been lagging behind in terms of doing... yeah, I mean, Mastery 19 is enough for the overwhelming majority of the game. I think, actually, there are no weapons that are restricted from you at Mastery 19, but they've changed that since the last time I checked, so I don't know. I don't think there's any game modes that lock you off from that. I have to find a friggin'... let's try my Nidus, see if I have room on a Nidus build for a maxed adaptation. Yeah, here we go. Adapt. Yeah. Yeah, no, the main perk you get after, like, I don't know, I'm trying to remember if there's any... No, I don't think any frames are resistant, or care, and I don't think, are mastery dependent, rather, and I don't think anything is mastery dependent for Rivens beyond, I think, Mastery 18. So after that, it's just a lot of convenience in terms of how much you can farm for standing and the like every day. Oh, you're on Warframe now? Sure, I can team up if that's what you want. That is totally okay. Let me... I just want to check how much endo I have real quick. And to see if I've got enough endo to... Jeez Louise. I've spec'd so many of my builds so that they'll work with a rank 8. Yeah, let me get you added then. Slash invite slash add, and then of course slash invite Buster 28. There we go. I'll get you added to my friends list, even though that's kind of bloated right now. Let me just get this. I can't do on that one. I suppose I can. I really don't want to nix the vitality there. I like vitality a bit too much. Steel charge I need to keep my build going. So give me 1 sec here. I don't need you. And alright. Actions. Nope. Mods. There we go. Unfortunately, due to the way this thing works, it's going to act like this is the one adaptation. Oh, I do have a legendary core. When did I get that? Oh, I'm not going to use it. I need another 20k endo, so I'm not going to worry about that. Long-term goal. Long-term goal. Alright. So basically, whatever you want to do, I'm down for. I am not picky. I didn't have anything planned. I think I'll play as Baruch, though. I've been wanting to get some more time in with him. Let's see. Actually, this is an adaptation I could boost there, but I'm not going to. Why do I have Maglev equipped, of all things? Very strange. So, a lot being spent on shields. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's a long-term just stay out there, be an Octavia for, or being a Titania for days build. I like that build. Yep, Aviator. I'd plop that on there. Yeah, continuity and flow. I like it. I like it. Very solid. Very solid. Very solid. I like it. I always need endo, so if you want to farm endo, we can farm endo. Otherwise, I'm down for pretty much whatever. Why do I have Augur Accord here? I'm trying to remember here why I would have Augur Accord, because that is not really what I usually go for. I don't, well, I have some shields. I don't have a mountain of it, though. I'm just trying to understand what I did with my build, and I don't know. Let me get, let me check my hyphen Eximus mods. Exilus mods, rather. Here we go. I have 2, so if I have something that's 9 or lower. Maybe coaction drift. No, I don't need vigilante pursuit. Ugh. I'm not sure what I was going for with this build. I know it's an all-rounder. Oh, maybe it was for something like an event or something. Sometimes I do that. Let's see. I know there's one of these here. That I set up with the express notion of doing something in particular, but I don't remember what it was. So I am just going to stick then with my ranged build, since I don't need a ton of duration. This, I think, is the build that I use when I want to get in and out of my fisticuffs mode, my desert wind. Yeah, which is not super heavily spec'd, but it'll do. Let me get a... can I get a Prime Fever Strike in there? No, I can't, not really. Let me get a bopped up Berserker. Awesome. Well, thank you for watching. All right, I'm not too picky, so if you guys need anything, I'm happy to farm it. I don't know what activities are going on at the moment. There's what? That's with Inneros. Inneros is durable as all heck. Do we need anything really? Glad you're watching. Heck, glad anyone is watching. Let's see. I don't need any of that. I guess we could do more arbitrations if you want. I'm not too particular. Is there any Hades? If we want to do Hades, we can do that. That's what in Pluto, I think. Sure, no, thanks. Where are you? There you are. Sure, we can do Ambulance. I only have 75 Animo Nav beacons? That's interesting. If we want to do Hades, we can do Hades. I'm not built ideally for this, but it doesn't need to be ideal. I can With Baruch, I should be able to handle whatever they chuck at me. I'm not too worried. Not too worried. Low duration is going to be... eh. I think this is the Baruch build I usually go with anyway. Then Hades we shall do. Whatever people need done. I am not particular. I'm happy to help. I'd rather be helping than grinding for whatever I need to grind for. I'm not gonna bother right now with the let's get my... nope, not lull. That one, there we go. I want those on. Because that'll chip my restraint down. And with low restraint... oh, short. Take your time. I'm gonna try and get these on people. What am I flinging these at? Huh. Don't know what that was about. Can I get it on here? I've never tried putting it on my Sentinel. Let me give that another whirl. Nope, I didn't do it. I'm gonna grab this little bit of energy here. I should probably get more ammo in the clip if I can swing it. Can I get it on the Celestial Twin? Looks like I can't put it on the Celestial Twin. I've never tried. Sweet. Thanks, dude. I do appreciate it. But yeah, no, anytime you need anything done, like if you need help or even just someone to roll around with, I am, and I'm on, please feel free. I do this stream every Wednesday, barring like the last 2 weeks, which have been a disaster for me. They've just not worked out because I've had no time. A lot of stuff happening all at once. But yeah, anytime I'm on. Oh, let me get my Discord up. Give me 1 sec. 1 sec. Just gotta scooch some stuff around. And I do stream to a number of different platforms because I'm not tied down. Let me get my Discord up and running. Any moment now. I think I've got push to talk active as well, so I might have to turn that off and then remember to turn it back on if I so choose. Alright, that was join a server. That is KYT8PZ. Yoin. Ah? 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 Ah?
Oh, hey man.
Hey, 1 sec. Let me just get push to talk up and running here. Or turn push to talk off, rather.
How are you?
I'm doing really well, and yourselves?
Nice.
We usually check some people in that, but now we share them headings and people watch Warframe with us.
I'm all about that. Is that coming through? Yes. You may have to bump my volume up because for whatever reason, Discord thinks my...
Fine.
Oh, perfect. That's very good because Discord historically has difficulty with my mic and says, I'm going to make you super quiet. And I'm like, well, I have it ramped all the way up.
When I record or go live, people can't hear me, but when I'm in Discord or talking to people in-game, it's fine.
Yeah, like everywhere but Discord, I have no problem, except for Deep Rock Galactic, which hates my microphone for reasons I've never understood. It worked early, and then it stopped working, and never really tried again. But for this, in-game has never been a problem, I don't think.
Okay, one thing. We tried this mission, and I failed it miserably.
Oh, this one with New Ambulus is kind of tricky. He's kind of a pain. If we do wind up failing it, I can switch. I've got stuff I can do. I can make this mission go down.
Titania because Star takes 60% less damage.
Yeah.
I just chose Wukong for if I get damaged and I go into Cloud Walk and I move around, I heal. So.
Yeah. What I'll probably wind up doing, though I don't think damage will be an issue in terms of the damage we're dealing, what I might wind up doing, I'm running with
What is
Baruch.
your...
I'm running with Baruch right now, which isn't maybe what one would consider ideal for this, but I can definitely make it work. I didn't think to change it, but if we do manage to flub it, no problem. What I'll do is I'll bring Mag along because Mag will make the ambulances themselves completely irrelevant.
Wouldn't Loki work as well for like disabling weapons? Or
Loki works
not?
too, but Mag also has her augment for her 3, which makes all robotics shut down and shuts weapons down too. So you kind of can do both. One of the
If
reasons
I'm
I like
correct,
Mag a lot.
Mag is stronger than Loki, correct?
Depends. Depends on what you're doing. Loki can do anything involving stealth and invisibility, no problems at all. Whereas Mag has a different focus, I guess I'd say. I'm gonna see if that's not gonna work, is it? No, it's not. But he's dead.
Should I hack them?
I'll do it. It's okay.
Okay.
I got it. I got a freebie hack on him, so it's not a big deal. Let's see.
A
I need to...
freebie hack on it.
Yeah, because I've got the Parazon mod that gives you
Oh yeah.
like a 30% chance, I think it is, to do a automatic hack. So that one renders hacks like that pretty irrelevant. So the biggest trick here is, of course, to keep the enemies from reviving him. So where things get complicated, as I'm sure you noticed, is when you have to defend 2 at once, which is where things get hairy. Oh yeah. Other than that, the one I fear is the sortie. The sortie version of this can be brutal depending on the affixes.
I did it on Shorty my very first time, so that's
Oh,
how I learned this mission.
that'll teach you for sure. Oh my gosh, that I can't even imagine that being my first experience, because the first time I did it, when they first introduced it, I was like, I have no idea what I'm doing.
No, the first time I did it is just when I
gosh.
was told about like I need to finish all the stars like on the map, and I was like, okay, let's do Hades, and then Punk joined me, and I was like, okay, fuck no.
Yeah, this one's tricky.
Hold on.
I don't have my bow, so I can't like attack all the enemies on the ship, but I can wipe them all out when they land.
Yeah,
I'm just trying to get I'm trying to get these robots that's flying to him. Just trying to get them out because they revive him.
Yep.
But I have my double here as well, my twin. So he's just shooting with this crossbow.
I'm here on top, so.
There we go.
Which
Wait,
a Trinity. It will work.
Okay, I'm just gonna turn you down on Discord a bit because you're on 200% Punk.
Oh, no problem.
Because like when you talk, it's just like bass in my ears.
Yeah.
And ew.
That's right, Celestial Twin won't take these. Me. Alright, here's a 1.
Oh, you son of...
He did.
Who's hacking? Okay, you're
I got it. I got, that's
okay.
two lucky single auto breaches. I'm very happy about that. I wasn't expecting that, because otherwise I was going to have to either do a cipher or actually solve the puzzle. Okay. Oh man, I keep going invisible, and...
Holy shit.
No, that's fine. No, going invisible is good. Going invisible is good.
Did you manage to let it... Oh, okay, wait, never mind. I just got confused. Is there 2 coming now?
I think 2 is the next wave, although I thought it was the second wave you got 2. Another advantage of using mag is if they're shooting those artilleries at you, the bubble will eat them sometimes, where they'll just kind of get sucked into the bubble.
Oh.
I just go with like
I love Mag. I got Mag from.
fucking hate Mag.
You're
I
allowed to
fucking hate Mag.
you're allowed to hate Mag, but I'm gonna have to say Mag is really good at what she's good at, which is kind of like Warframe in a nutshell. Given
Thing
frames
is,
are
I'm
really
not
good.
used to playing with like characters like Mag and shit. So Mag is for me, it's a pain for me to play with Mag.
Yeah,
I
oh yeah.
absolutely hate it.
I'm out of energy. I'm gonna go and
Okay,
drop
I'm
a
wiping
pizza.
these enemies out. That's deploying.
Don't worry, I got the ship done.
Yeah, and then it takes a hot minute for it to pull it up.
Yeah, but that ship's guns, it does damage when you're not noticing it.
Yeah,
and
because they've got the
sometimes
little turrets, and you
takes
can't
you a
really
while.
turn the turrets off either. They're just gonna be there and be a problem the whole time. Nah, so far we're
Oh,
doing
that's
fine.
Spectre. I forgot.
So
Now
far.
it's 2.
Yeah, no, it's 2.
So we all focus on one and then go to the other one as well.
Well, we
Because I can
we
try
do
to
have to do
defend one
both.
while you two go and
I'll
Yeah.
hold one from the
Yeah,
side
I mean
there.
that's fine. That'll work okay. That
I'm
won't.
playing Wukong after all, so mine is made for DPS. Semi-tanking.
Alrighty. I'm not too concerned. I think we've got this in the bag.
Oh, we did better than the first time me and Punk did it. Or the first time I did it with Punk.
Oh jeez, they put them both
Yeah,
right
I
next
just
to each other.
forgot I just forgot how it was.
All right,
Spellbound.
Oh, I jumped off the platform. Fuck.
I can still
I
hit
got
him.
it.
I'm just not doing a mountain of damage to him. There we go.
I'm
He's dead.
No,
shooting
we're
him,
getting
don't
it.
worry.
Okay. I'm gonna
All right.
hack this one.
Yeah, start hacking that one. I'll get on the other one.
This
Gonna
pixie
be
pistol
Almost got him.
does a shit ton of damage, so
Yeah, for a gun that you won't actually think does that amount.
3.
Okay, who hacked this one? Did someone?
I got it.
Yeah.
I got it. Yeah, I got a
Now
lucky.
it's just defend.
Yep.
And watch out for the ship's tyrants.
why are they introducing now, they introduce cross-shaving.
Cross shading.
Cross-saving.
Oh, between
okay.
platforms.
Yeah.
Eventually, they've talked about it forever,
Yeah.
and they had.
But I don't know if it's gonna make Warframe better, or is it actually going to be a letdown because of making it like that. So I don't know. No, I'm a bit skeptical about the whole thing.
I mean, I don't know if we'll have like actual cross-play where people on one console are able to play with
So.
another.
I think it's gonna be certain servers where we can only play with others. You know.
Yeah, that's what I'm kind of thinking is going to happen. I did not. There we go.
Okay,
He's
here's
dead.
the ship for one.
Cross-save from PC to PS4 and PS4 to PC.
I mean, basically it means you can just do progress whichever platform you want to be playing on, and then switch to another one, which I think it'll be fine. You'll just be
Yeah,
playing with different
well-
communities.
The thing is, for Warframe being the size it is and the sort of game it is, people usually expect it to be a cross-platform game already.
Yeah. Well, I don't think
Wait.
it will be cross-platform for a while, because you need to do a lot of different server infrastructure.
Yeah, they have to rework the game, that's what they said.
Warframe remastered.
Warframe 2 in 2035.
Or it's gonna be like Half-Life or Counter-Strike. It's never gonna be a number 2 or number 3. It's gonna be like 1.5.
Yeah.
Like
I mean, right now they seem perfectly content to just keep doing it kind of game as a service type model, where they just keep releasing updates, because they do not, as far as I can tell, have any clear vision for what they want an ending for the game to be, if ever. So, I mean, the original plan was never
yeah,
really.
but if they make an ending for the game, like usually why people keep on playing it is, well, not just to show off to see how much shit you can get, but usually for like to see what is the new update's going to hold.
Yeah, exactly. And Warframe definitely has that going. Drip feed content. This one
I
is
need help.
down. I'm hacking this one real quick. and then
I'm
I'll be
coming,
right
I'm
on
coming,
that.
I'm coming.
So if
Just
someone can
cross
defend the other one,
so quick.
I'll take care of this this one that's alive if you defend the other one.
Okay. Well, you're gonna hack that one.
Yeah,
then,
I got it.
And I'll
I
defend
got it.
this one here. It almost. Oh fuck! It's
damn
back
it.
online.
Okay,
I was
defend.
too late.
Oh,
I got it, I got it, don't worry.
I shot myself. So give me 1 sec,
Fine.
because I'm using an
protect this
ogress like
one.
a goof. So defend the
Don't
other
worry,
one. I'll
I'm
blow up
defending-
the.
I'm defending this one here. I
Uh,
have this passive thing, so I'm using my third life now, and I'm invulnerable for 30 seconds. That's a
Shoot.
good one.
Shoot,
How
shoot,
did it
shoot.
get revived?
Because it didn't get rehacked. You have to
Oh,
rehack them. So defend the one that's down and defendable. I'll take care of this
got
one. I got this.
Okay. I'm gonna hack this one now because
got
I'm
it.
invulnerable. Okay, never
I
mind.
got it. Sorry, I was on it too quickly. All right. The
It's
other one
still, as long as
is
we
no.
get it
He's still
done.
not up. We're fine. Oh yeah. No, I mean if we're getting it done in because you've got a pretty. It's fairly generous in that you have to fail 3 of them, and so long as you don't, you're okay.
Yeah. So Jesus,
But it's
that's
really
different.
the first several times you do it, it is really, really hard
What
because you
would
just
be
have to.
hella hectic is if the only you're not allowed to like fail one. Like that would be insane.
It would
to
not
do
be
on
fun.
something like this.
It would
I'm just
not
gonna
be
cloud
fun.
walk quick. I just want to get my health up again.
Sure, sure.
Okay. 8.
Oh, I forgot how much range I have. So when I use Baruch's 2, everything in a wide radius goes to sleep, and I keep forgetting just how big it is because I've got 280 range. Yeah, we're
still
good.
need to get that frame.
He's
Oh,
kind of
we're done.
finicky. He's kind of finicky. I prefer him over like Gauss because I just flat out don't understand how to play Gauss properly. Or Grendel. I just don't get Grendel. I don't get it. I do not understand how I'm supposed to be playing him in a way that doesn't make him feel like a chore. I know it's
Yeah.
like the basic idea is suck people up and then roll around, but I'm like, I lose all my energy in about 2 seconds. So even with maxed flow and efficiency.
I haven't even gotten those 2 frames.
We use Prime Flow.
Yeah, exactly. Prime
And
flow is
my
the way to be.
Wukong has been like, I've formatted like, or polarized it like so many fucking times. I think like 3-4 times. Just so that I can have more things done.
Yeah, new Wukong is phenomenal.
Trinity Systems.
I think you can get her from a
Yeah.
clan tech as well,
No.
can't you?
No, Trinity is from here. You farm Trinity, yeah?
Yeah, I have
Yeah.
Titania. That's the one I had. I didn't have Trinity.
Yeah, Titania is the one I'm using now. I love her actually.
Let me just check
The
who's
thing is,
viewing
you,
his stream quick because I did post it on my status and shit, but I don't know if people are actually watching.
I'm still connecting with my phone to the screen.
Yeah, I am too.
So, give him some.
Why is it showing there's 0 people watching though?
Maybe because there's 0
Okay.
people watching.
Yeah, but me and Punk is
Oh,
watching. And that's why I don't know why it's saying there's 0 people watching.
I don't know. You're watching through YouTube?
Yes.
Yeah.
Let me. I'm
Yeah,
gonna see if I can pull up
I
any.
actually came
Yeah, it still
across
says.
Warframe on Facebook, and then I saw, okay, it's also on YouTube.
It sucks live stream on YouTube for the reason of you don't get as much views as you do on Twitch.
Yeah. What I do is I'm actually using a program, Mob Crush Studio, to stream to 4 different platforms simultaneously. So it might be picking up the metadata from one platform, and like Twitch, for instance, it's probably picking up Twitch, and nobody's watching on Twitch, so it's that's probably what it is.
Okay.
But yeah, no, getting anyone watching and interacting is great. I've wanted someone
Now
to tune
I
in.
can do that fucking... I don't know what that shit is called, Punk. What is that mission's called?
Arbitration.
Now I can do the arbitration
Oh,
thing.
arbitrations. Let's see. Oh, that's right, because they lock that behind the star chart, don't they? I keep see the problem is since I've been here since oh geez Louise, what is it like closed beta. So, but early-ish
Holy
closed beta,
shit.
like 2012, December of 2012, I think. There have been a lot of revisions, and I've forgotten because they change how you get certain things well after I've already gotten them, and I don't remember what you have to do to get some of them. So like when they introduced arbitrations, I already had the star chart done, so it was just there for me. So I really like helping new players out, but when they have a question like, oh, how do I do or get to such and such, I'm like, I really wish I could tell you the answer to that. Have you checked the wiki? And like if somebody asks me on the stream the few times that that's happened, I'm like, well, let me go to the wiki for a sec here because I don't actually know.
We'll help you out as much as we can.
Yeah, like our
streaming.
whole clan is basically based of just helping out new players or players are struggling with something.
Yeah, no, and I wholeheartedly approve. I wholeheartedly approve. So looking,
Because the first time I started playing, like in whatever time, the game doesn't have that thing of telling you like, hey, you can upgrade your mods and hey, you can like, you know, do
yeah,
that in your ship.
yeah,
And that's the whole problem because now you don't know what the hell is going on.
yeah,
And so you struggle your ass off. Meantime, you didn't even know you could upgrade your mods.
yeah.
You didn't know how to insert the stars into your statues or sculptures, that sort of thing.
The game,
And
the worst part is DE knows. They know they have a new player problem, in the sense that new players have no idea what to do. Um, so, but they still are like, but let's add this next big fancy bit of content that we hyped up 2 years ago. And then, nothing to show for it for a full
I
year.
watched when I started playing. I watched a video of someone explaining how to rank up fast and how to play with like basics. But I was like a while back. Um, And what he said is like when you first start in Warframe, even your accessories is locked. A lot of your accessories, like color plates and shit.
Yeah,
And he
because you
said
have to buy it all with
the
platinum.
most funniest thing I heard him say is the reason you have a color plate that only the middle row is open is like the game developers telling you, "Fuck you, you are going to work for this shit. You're not getting it for free." It's like the middle finger of the developers.
I mean, they've released. I mean, I've like compulsively bought every color palette that comes out, so I'm one to talk. But they do throughout the year have a couple freebie palettes that they throw out for like 1 credit. Like during holidays, they'll have.
Yeah.
So that's a good way to get at least some basic colors available to you.
Yeah, but they don't tell you that.
Correct. The actual information they give you is really limited. You have to keep an eye like a hawk on patch notes. Which nobody does, because unless you've been playing for a million years and know that, yes, indeed, all these little things are in the patch notes, and sometimes you go right over it. Every time a seasonal thing goes along, I like skim the patch notes and then realize, oh no, they actually released a bunch of extra glyphs or whatever for like a credit, and I'm like, oh, I didn't see that in the patch notes anywhere, and it's like a one line somewhere in the middle of it, and I'm like, oh, that's not ideal because I don't know. I don't know what you're trying to tell me there.
Like me, I haven't spent 1 cent on this game yet. All I've been doing is selling rivet mods and prime pots to buy all my stuff.
Yeah, and all I do is fucking sculpture farming and then just going and selling that shit.
Oh yeah, that prime junk, like just doing relics. There's a lot of people who will buy stuff, even if it's like just a couple plat, like 2, 3, 5 plat for something. It's you can make a lot. And that's where most of mine wound up coming from, was from just prime junk that I didn't need because I was relatively flush at the time with ducats. Okay, so I don't know if either of you have done arbitrations before, so let me give you a brief lowdown.
Okay, hold on.
He hasn't.
Fuck. Wait.
No problem.
I'm
No problem.
The guy's stream. I don't know if it's family friendly.
It's not. They booted me off of that.
Okay.
They booted me off of that.
YouTube guidelines and stuff is just
if
crap.
if I really cared about monetizing this, I would
The moment
do
YouTube
different
released
things.
its new guidelines, I already put mine on it's not made for kids.
Yeah.
So they can't make me a kid's channel. But anyway, would it be a problem if I have a smoke now?
Not
If
at
I
all.
go
Not at
for a
all. Go for
smoke?
it. Go for it. I've got to
Yeah,
change
I
my
didn't
loadout
realize
anyway
Empyrian.
for the excavation. So take your time.
Because I literally, while you guys were busy talking, I changed my loadouts and everything, so now
Oh,
I
okay.
just want to smoke.
Sure
I
thing.
think won't excavation. I like using excavation, or I use limbo usually on excavation.
Limbo is a good one. I recommend
Yeah.
Limbo for excavation. Frost is good so long as you make darn sure you keep that bubble up at all times. Which can be tricky because they can shoot it down very quickly. But Frost's bubble also has the snow globe rather has a gimmick that isn't explained super well, where if you plop it down for like a couple seconds after you plop it down, it'll absorb any incoming damage and increase its health. Another thing you can do is you can plop it down a lot of times in one spot and it'll increase its health, so you can keep it up for a little longer, but enemies will still blow it down in like a shot, so you have to be constantly keeping upkeep. So that's one of the reasons I tend to go with a bit of extra efficiency on my Frost just to keep it up, whereas with Limbo you just put the bubble down and you re-put it up when it goes down and call it a day. It's easier to maintain. I know I've been ranted and railed at as a Limbo repeatedly.
Yeah, no, a lot of people hate limbo.
And I don't understand. Well, okay, that's it's not true. I understand precisely why. It's because they don't want to expend the effort to learn how to play around him and utilize him to their benefit. But Limbo is incredibly strong because of what he does. He has like the hardest CC crowd control in the game. He makes you completely unconditionally invincible while you're in his bubble and enemies are outside the bubble. And he's just really good in general. I'm a big Limbo fan. I don't play him a ton, but I'm a big fan of Limbo because of what he's good at. He's very good at what he does.
It took me a while to get used to Limbo.
Oh yeah.
Playing and that, as you saw with that's my mod setup I have. But as you can see, I just mostly focus that my bubble stays the longest as possible, and my status to freeze thing.
Yeah.
My bubble,
let me look at
the
that
highest
real
I've
quick.
gotten, it was almost a minute and 20 seconds.
Yeah. Oh, let me actually real quick. Let me check my. And this is admittedly kind of a dick measuring thing, I guess. But I have a max duration Limbo, which gets you to. Where are you, max duration? Oh, these are all max duration. What's going on here? So 306% duration, which is prime continuity, constitution, augur message, narrow-minded will get you up to 306. So the duration you can have is 91.8 seconds. So you just plop it down and you're done. I have this one is set up for range as well, which is maybe not ideal. Because if you go with a smaller bubble, you don't have to worry about enemies actually getting into it. But I kind of like having range so that people can go into the bubble and shoot things. I think I have a minimum range, maximum duration. No, I don't on my Limbo Prime. Let me get that up. Because going with a small range means you have this bubble that's really tiny but goes right over whatever you want in it, and then you just kind of play around it. And that's kind of my inoffensive play in between when I don't want people to yell at me, for lack of a better term. Just plop the bubble down on an objective and then just walk away. So I'll modify this one. I'm going to remove my ranged mods, and then put on probably efficiency. Strength you don't really need a ton of, because with strength...
Now, duration is 185%, efficiency is 110, range 130, and strength is 160. That's the one I use like mostly for my exploration.
Yeah. And the brilliance of Limbo is that he doesn't need to have, because his power set is so good at what it does, he doesn't need to have like huge amounts of mods invested in order to work really well at pretty
Yes.
much any level of content. Like the harder the enemies, the better. It doesn't, Limbo's going to do his job fine either way. Um, so let me get, so this will be a minimum range. How big is that bubble? That is 5.44 meters. Mentally in the game, that's going to be pretty tiny. I don't think that that is what I would want to do. I'm not going to go as Limbo. If you've got Limbo, I'm going to just, I'll go as
I'm
something
gonna
else.
use Limbo.
Yeah, if you use Limbo, I'll go with someone else. I'll probably go with someone for some extra survivability. I'm thinking maybe Wisp. Um,
Okay. What I wanted to
possibly
say,
Children.
took me a while to farm for this, the new cat.
Oh yeah, it took me weeks after it came out to get around to it. It didn't take
But
super
I
long once I
love
had
its
it, but
mods.
the instant revive is really handy.
I know.
I have enjoyed that. That has been useful. I haven't been fortunate enough to have that actually occur in an arbitration because I haven't brought one
No,
along to arbitration, so I don't know if it actually works there. Um,
I've tried it. It doesn't actually work.
Yeah, I kind of didn't think so because once you're down, you're down. There's no. It requires the
Yeah.
non-down state. What I might bring is a Jinn Sentinel because that'll revive itself every 90 seconds, so I don't have to keep an eye on it. I'm thinking
Oh.
what? Because for me, it wants me to, or the strength bonus it's got there is for a Inaros for me, and I'm not. I mean, yes, Inaros is basically unkillable, but at the same time, eh. I think he's really
Yeah.
boring to play, personally. He's kind of a one-trick pony, and his one trick is not dying. Whereas I'd kind of rather. I think I will bring Wisp because Wisp I can.
Yes, I'm still farming for Wisp.
Wisp is worth it. I love Wisp. I love Wisp so much.
I know there's some people that say Wisp is a lot better than what is it, Trinity?
Different. I would say different because Wisp can't ever give you energy, and Trinity is incredibly good for giving you energy. Also, Trinity can just hit her fork
I
button.
know because me and Punk and stuff with who was it? I think VPV something or VP Pulse.
Yeah.
Like we did defense. We were farming for something. Oh no, we were opening relics. And then they both had Trinity. So me and the other player that was in the lobby, we both just spammed our ultimates over
Yeah.
and over
Yep.
because we never
You're
run out.
you're invincible and you get lots of
Yeah.
energy. No, Trinity will always be relevant. Like they have beaten Trinity with the nerf bat like what 4 times
Yeah.
now, and she just stays relevant. She's never been bad. She was at her worst when she couldn't cast things in the air, and then they were like, let's throw her a bone, and then she could cast her powers in the air, and it's like, well, now she's a monster. She just remains useful. She's so good. What is the weapon I wanted to bring? It's a hammer of some kind. What's it called? And it's so broken. Actually, I'll bring my. No, I'm not bringing my
Wait,
Zenistar.
I think I know the thing you're talking about.
Uh,
Isn't that Zenistar?
the Zenistar is good too, but after they did the melee update, they beat it into the
Reduced
ground
it.
because now you can't just throw the disc out there. You have to build up combo, and I have to.
Yeah,
I think I have to reformat it in order to make it a little
but
more
but when you
sustainable.
do it slam does a huge amount of damage.
The Zenistar can do a lot of damage with its slam. The Arcatitron, which is what I'm going to bring in, does an absolutely stupendous amount of damage, and it with slams because it builds up an extra damage gauge. Which
Oh
does
yeah.
like times whatever. And that's what I'm gonna bring along. Seismic
Okay.
wave to boost slam damage. Basically, what I'm gonna be doing is rolling around with a melee weapon, making everything around me die horribly, exploding
Okay,
everywhere.
Arbitration, what is it?
So
I'm
with
gonna protect the
Oh,
extraction.
excavation.
So, oh, that's right.
Excavation
I need to
item.
change my. I need to change my
And I just wanted to
elevator.
know, like, what sort of mission type it is.
Yeah,
Objective
this
type.
one is a. Yeah, it's an excavation. So just keep an eye
Okay.
on the thing. We've got a limbo with us, so it's gonna be easy. Let me get my gin here. Where are you?
I have someone that usually plays with me.
There
If
it
we
is.
go and we farm for something, then the player he uses Octavia, I think.
Oh,
So
love
then
Octavia.
we just keep the moment we say slack mode, we
Yep.
just go to the beat and then we just wreck everything, and then
Yep.
we do it over and over. So
Yep. Oh my gosh, Octavia and Wisp are two of my favorite frames
I have
because they're
Octavia, but
so.
I haven't ranked her yet. I'm busy with Trinity now.
Yeah, Trinity, you'll always be useful. Octavia is kind of like Limbo in that people kind of need to know how to play with an Octavia on their team, which a
Mm.
lot of
Yeah.
people don't. But she's useful kind of right out the gate. Like, she's another frame that just scales forever. She's useful forever and all time. You just throw down the balls, the enemies
Yeah.
shoot at the balls, and you just kind of giggle. Um, you just they just die. Everything dies around you. And you go
Yeah,
cloaked, so the enemies can't shoot at you. They have to shoot at something else. So you're just like, I win. Let's see.
true.
There's sacrifice, which won't do me any good. Weary awaken. There we go. Okay. Um,
I'm ready whenever you guys are.
I need
Yep.
1 sec.
I'm using my
I have to swap mods out here because I
new
forgot.
companion that I don't use a lot, but I got on Venus
There we
eventually.
go. Vigilante
Called Nesco.
fervor. Vigilante armament.
Did you call it Nesco?
Yeah.
Why? Just because we both watch Demon Slayer?
Well, if you start to know me, Beaning Bunny, I'm quite a big anime fan.
Yeah, Punk is a really big anime fan. Like, he watches any sort of anime, actually, but I honestly just adore anime. It has a hell lot of gore in it.
Yeah. Oh gosh, some classics from the 80s would fill that category. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I
Punk
mean,
knows what's my favorite.
Well, I've recommended it.
Yeah, he recommended it to me, and I fell in love with the girl, so...
Yeah. Yeah, I've been watching since I was 10, and it's about 2 years anime I've been watching. It's like over on
I've seen his Kiss anime list, and it's pretty fucking big.
I don't like. There was a point in time where I was like, oh, I should really put one of those like watch lists together, and then I would just look at my archive of stuff that I have yet to watch, and I'm like, nope, I'll be here all week. I'm not doing it.
You have to see my anime list. It's
I'll
actually
send it
much
to him
bigger.
on Discord now. I still have the link.
Yeah,
Ooh. Someone's back. Someone's here. Someone's back. Oh, did my voice die? My voice died. Oh. Give me a hot minute, guys. I think Discord doesn't like me. Testing, testing. No, still doesn't like me. Oh yes, Marcel Pasaribu, sorry. Give me a sec, guys. Discord is being really finicky for me. Oh, it's a music chat. Maybe that's the problem. Should we move to general chat? Test, test. No, it's not lighting up there. Is it on my end? Did I hit something? Hmm. Give me a sec, guys. Testing, testing. No, I am not hearing. Did I deafen myself? Deafen, undeafen. Arrgh. 1 sec, guys. I'm going to quit out of Discord and see if it is just a Discord being silly issue. Give me 5. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's try it again. Let's try it again. Meanwhile... Hoi polloi. Oh yeah, Discord's acting real laggy. Testing, testing. No? No, no, no. I'm not seeing it light up anyway. Server mute, no. Server mute, no, 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 no. Looks like I have administrator privileges for some reason. That's probably not good. So I'm not gonna touch anything. Let me just shoot these right here. I don't want them around. Some minor technical problems. It could also be that it doesn't like interacting with my streaming program, which wouldn't surprise me and wouldn't be the first time. Let's get on this health here. Let me bop out of Discord again. Yeah, I'm not hearing anybody, so I'm going to quit out of Discord again. I don't know what I'm going to do. If it's going to decide to be like this, I'm not sure what. Is there a force refresh for Discord? I'm wondering. I'm going to refresh real quick. I'm not going to turn off the stream over this. We'll just deal with it the hard way. Alright, one more time. Unless it's the Meeseeks telling me that I need to accept something. No, no spamming. Do not spam commands. No, no, no. No problems there. Testing, testing. Aha!
Oh, you got it.
There we go. It's working. Nah, Discord, I think, just decided to have a hissy fit. I'm not sure what happened there. Okay.
It's usually when streamer mode, then it just tries to like keep you safe, you know?
Ah, that could be
And then
it. Yeah. It must have detected that I was...
That happens to me a lot when I use Streamlabs and stuff.
Yeah, I'm using Streamlabs, so that's what it is, probably.
Okay, but I think we can start doing the excavation now.
Yep, we
Yeah,
sure
I'm
can.
just trying to find where I should go.
How can you not see it?
Oh,
Wait.
Don't see the deep shot yet.
Oh, yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
getting the icon either.
Oh my word, don't tell me this is a fucking, one of those fucking lag bug shit.
It could be. I'm gonna collect the, what's it called? The,
I already collected some of the
yeah.
thingies.
Oh, there we go, there we go.
Yep, yep. Maybe we just had to
Okay,
get
so
close.
we have to actually search for it.
That's right.
On my way.
I'm not bothered there.
Ooh,
Oh yeah,
I've
I
got
forgot. I'm in limbo. I forgot that.
No problem. I just have to watch where I'm going because sometimes I get the little mini portals that he leaves behind.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, sorry. I didn't mean to, but I also...
No, that was my fault because I accidentally like tried to go into it, and before I could, I used cloud walk, and then I just boosted myself into it. My own stupidity.
All right, I've got buff flowers up, and I'm just
I
gonna.
love it with my brain stuff. Limbo, Rhino, and...
Hell yeah.
Are you all
the community
fucking
on Warframe.
autistic? He says.
What?
Well, that's rude.
Okay.
Who?
Yeah, that's cool.
Are you all autistic or? Explain. I'm confused of what he's actually trying
I
to say
truly
because
don't
nothing
know.
happened, and now he's just like,
Your frames sucks.
oh, okay.
So
well,
what
I
is he
didn't get it.
playing as? What is he playing as so I can berate all the
Playing
ways?
as Korra.
Well, I have some bad news. Because Korra is kind of worthless here. Like you
Like
didn't
you
knew
didn't knew
what
what
a
excavation-
fucking excavation is. This guy's rude. I don't like him. Oh, you're gonna have to turn the
Yeah,
bubble off
You
so we
wish
can kill
we
the
can
RB
both
drone.
pick.
Because the arbitration drone is hovering right in the middle, and they do not get affected by the bubble.
Okay.
Oh, he meant. Oh, he only meant the people playing with the Warframes he mentions.
well, I would hope. Like you didn't. Faust Necros, or Cora, not that idiotic frames. I'm gonna make fun of him because
No
I'm
problem.
sort of offended. I'm sort of offended. I don't know
Usually the
why.
community of Warframe is actually chill, but this guy seems either like a Fortnite player or a CSGO player.
You see, I'm glad you said it so I didn't have to, but that was exactly what was
Yeah.
going through my head. Is I know I'm sensing a pattern in this man's hostility. I say man, I mean 12-year-old man-child. Yes, we are bashing on people today this Warframe Wednesday.
Unless he's watching your stream, like on Twitch and something, and he's just trying to like get you pissed off or something.
Well, I run into just enough of the. Oh, I don't know what I'm killing here, but I don't want
It
to.
honestly
Well,
doesn't even bother me.
Well,
When
yeah, I think it's part of my bloody rivet mods that it keeps doing, because I have to do a scan of it without using abilities, and
I'm going to be doing this
Yeah.
shit still on purpose because of this dude being a dick.
I'm not going to do anything deliberately, but hurry up, man. Use one of your skills. Which one skill would you like him to use? I guess just make sure it doesn't
Use
explode.
one of your skills. One of my skills already working, in case he hasn't noticed. He didn't say which one, so I'm
Yeah.
the one to be blamed.
Clearly, I'm really not sure what this guy's deal is right now. I really don't.
I didn't actually even give a shit about him. There's like, I'm not
I'm-
gonna give him what he wants. So.
I'm just mostly bewildered. I'm not going to not do things out of spite. I'm not going to play worse than I usually do.
No, I'm still
But I'm just
trying.
like,
Just like,
I'm not here to be a turbo nerd. I know you are American.
I'm not.
But, well, I have good news and I have bad news. Well, I have good news and I have bad news.
He's very far off with that because I'm literally not American. Like, but if that makes him feel better, okay. Honestly, it's like racism in a sort of way.
It sort of is. Certainly it's
Well,
nationalism,
not
and I don't really...
really racist, but still.
It's...
what you should say is this.
Nah, the dude is trying to get me pissed off, and because I'm not showing any response, it makes him more pissed off.
Let's see if he knows where that is.
Dude, I swear this guy's gonna say it's from Russia or somewhere. And it's-
I'm glad you said it and not me, because there's a certain mentality. And there's some overlap there. Americans have that overlap too, where they tend to discount anyone not from the country, and I'm just kind of like, well, that's fine. You can do what you
Warframe
want.
community is chilled, and then
It's-
you meet people like these. It's like, why the hell are they even here?
Mo power cells. Why don't you grab
Yeah,
them
he
then,
doesn't
dude?
even answer you, dude. Like,
Yeah,
I
whatever.
found one.
I already put like 2 in the fucking thing.
And I think he's running around activating additional ones, so I'm not
Yeah.
entirely sure he's not a troll at this point.
I think he's like trolling, actually.
I'm not 100% that he's not, but I'm not gonna obsess. I'm just gonna play how I'm gonna play. Whatever.
I'm just
Well-
finishing the objectives. I actually
Exactly. I just
I'm
want.
just trying to pick this excavation because, yeah.
Oh, there's one back here. Let me. Oh, actually, I'm gonna go
I'm
kill
trying
these
to
guys real
find-
quick.
Money out from South Africa.
Yeah, say it on stream.
Oh, no.
So, I don't know if he is watching. Are you watching, dude? Unknown Akmenra, which is not any language I've ever seen, except for maybe, I don't know, Gaelic? No.
A
No,
lot of these
Welsh?
people that has names there doesn't make sense at all.
Yeah,
So.
I know. Maybe he's a Chinese bot and he's just jealous that China Frame is a complete disaster area and he wants to
Well,
use Western
we have guys. One excavation
Vader every 3
minutes.
minutes.
Oh,
Yes, but we kind of want them to complete though, don't we?
Yeah.
see, there he takes that one again.
I
He
consider
thinks
There you
Like,
go.
I'm
That's how you do that one.
yeah.
he wants one by one of us to protect the excavator on our own.
And while maybe yeah we could, I'm rather not. I'm perfectly content to do one at a time
Yeah.
because it's
That's far
more
from
reliable that way. I'm more convinced. I'm more focused on making sure each one goes smoothly, and therefore getting the excavation and the arbitration rewards from that than I am doing
Yeah,
whatever this
I
hyper
just
miling
think
stuff
this
he's
guy-
doing is.
I really think he's just watching your stream somewhere and he's just like trying to troll it. That's all. So
Let
I'm
it-
not even gonna give a reaction on it.
I mean, if
Maybe
that is
embarrassing.
so, yeah, whatever. I don't care. I can't be bothered. I'm just gonna play. I'm gonna play. I've gotten some snide remarks before, but I tend not to make it super public that I am streaming, which maybe is a bad idea. Maybe I should tell people, hey, guess what? I'm streaming, so if you don't want me here, I'll leave. Because I know people care about their privacy. But it certainly doesn't affect my in-game performance much, although I tend to do worse when I'm having to play to a crowd. So,
funny. That
Yeah.
Japanese girl, she just asked me now, what are we doing?
Oh, tell her we're doing
Yeah.
arbitration.
She wants me to help her with origin cells.
I could. I'm down to help with Orokin cells. That's fine.
Okay, thing is, like, we run on 500 ping and more on, and she's also streaming, so. But I'll help. I have no problem helping.
Yeah, no, that's.
I'm doing my best, yeah, and this guy's doing.
Yeah, I mean, we
She's
can.
Master rank 14, if I'm correct. Like 2 ranks higher than me.
Yeah, once you get to like mastery 18 or so, you basically don't have to worry about it. It ceases to be a thing. After that, it's the only advantage is that you get a little bit more stuff you can do with a little more daily standing you can get.
Why is that guy going around activating literally all the other excavators?
If there is some new meta that I'm not aware of for how to do these, I'm not aware. He might be doing it.
I honestly think this is a.
Voth
just a very big
Jupuz, yeah. Cafe OP, I agree. Too bad.
You know your stream is still on the, starting scene.
Shoot, I accidentally turned that on. Thank you for telling me.
No problem.
I had no idea. I have done so far only one stream where I forgot to turn that on for the entire stream.
What kind of language was that?
I don't know, I'll send him in my language what I should copy.
If you can deactivate the bubble so I can kill everything on this thing, that'd be great. Thanks. The one thing with Limbo is on arbitrations is because the drones can let things in. Going with a smaller bubble might be a good idea. I'm willing to play around it, but you just have to keep an eye on what's there. Because
that's why I couldn't kill them.
Yeah, the drones are unaffected. And you can't kill the drone while they're in the bubble either, which is Limbo's biggest disadvantage here. Frost is probably better in that regard, but it's...
Drones, I'll first release the bubble.
It's...
Okay, Punk, did you... Okay, sorry.
Yes.
Yeah?
No, so long as you're just paying attention to it, it's not a big deal. I don't...
Okay.
I'm not saying this is criticism. This is just like... it's just keep aware. I don't care. I've made every dumb mistake in the book and then some. So it's a learning experience. Don't worry about it. Again, this dude wants to leave, that's fantastic. We can leave too and then help the person with the Orc and cells. I'm down with that.
Okay, yeah.
But he's...
I think we're just going to carry on here a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Me and Punk can decide who's going to help her, either me or him. So.
Again, I'm
Punk, are you going to help her, or should I go?
Fine, I can help.
again,
Okay.
I'm perfectly
Alright.
content. I'm perfectly content to go ahead and do that.
I'll talk to you guys still, but
If she wants others to join, I don't have a problem helping. I don't have anything else to do except just
no, but the problem is
play
you
Warframe.
struggle to understand her.
What?
If she talks Japanese.
Like, yeah, but her English isn't that bad.
Right, but this is Warframe. We communicate through
Other-
actions.
Otherwise, you can
Yeah.
just type it to her in Japanese, dude. Surely
Yeah.
you have your Windows 10 with your your screen keyboard, the touch keyboard. Then you literally just download one with like multiple language settings.
No, some of the words I can read.
That's what I
Oh.
type to people in Japanese and other languages and stuff. It's just when they talk their language, I sometimes just want to die.
I saw it when you was watching us.
Yeah, because on a stream I asked her in Japanese, "Where's Punk?" and she answered me, and I was like, "Okay, I have no idea what that means."
I hear that.
Yeah. Well, I've shown Empyrian I can understand a bit. Not like all of it.
I can understand a little bit of German, but other languages and stuff.
Oh no, I got lost.
I'm still protecting this excavator, and all of you are just like gone somewhere.
Yeah, I
Oh,
saw
research.
an
I was
arbitration
scared of
drone and
it.
I blitzed it down, and then I just kind of kept
Oh.
going like an idiot. And then I saw my health go down. And I was like, oh, that's not good. Let me get back out of
Yep.
here. So no, despite having played this game forever, I still do silly things all the time. I'm by no means especially good. Has that guy left? He's still here. That
Okay. Shut up.
I don't know what he's trying to do, but honestly, I'm finding it quite funny.
I-
That is like,
That's,
I literally ain't catching it.
that's what it means. Exactly.
autistic frames. Okay.
Okay?
I don't
Well,
think he
blame the
knows what that.
developers for that.
I don't.
Not
I'm
us.
just completely bewildered. Like he has completely failed to give any reasoning for his statements.
Yeah.
I just think he's literally trying to just get a reaction out, and that's it.
Well,
Oh wait, were you guys busy with F?
No, I'm going to F now because
Oh, okay.
I was nearby by F thing.
I'm here at A.
Sorry, I was just more nearby by F now than.
44 messages. Jeez, that's groups again.
oh, I'm sorry, I didn't see your message,
No.
Marshall Pasaribu. I will once we get this done. I'll show off my build for Trinity and Banshee. I haven't used Banshee in forever, so it's probably going to be outdated.
Punk, I think the guy literally just went and Google translated the thing for you.
Huh?
What you told him in the chat, I just think he literally went and Google translated. Because he literally just replied with like...
What's gonna happen?
I'm working on it.
Anyway.
I'm working on it. I just have to find some drones. He's not going to revive you, but we will.
Yeah, he's not going to give a fuck about any one of us.
You see, if this entire situation he finds so offensive and painful, he could just leave. It's not hard.
Yeah,
It's,
the fucking extraction is there. I don't know
And you
what's the
can-
problem.
yeah, and that's been a feature for a while now, which is good. Ah ha 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 ha.
This guy literally struggling. Like, I don't think his original language is English, to be honest. Otherwise, he might just be typing fast.
Yeah.
I know, I can't check now. How long are we gonna carry on with arbitration?
Well, we have not gotten very many rewards yet because we keep letting them die. How many do I have? I have one. I need to get more.
Otherwise, down there, like,
There we go. There's another one. There. Oh, that's the wrong person.
That one's lagged out. I love to see idiots fail. Says the one who joined the fucking lobby, like,
Please
going
go back to Destiny, then, if you don't mind. Thanks in advance.
Well, I'm getting so many texts. Thanks in advance.
Fuck, why did you lag out? What happened, dude?
I went to Discord and I came back and told you.
Oh my word, man.
We can bail out and,
That's fine.
we can bail out and get you
Yeah,
back
do
in.
you wanna go?
Yeah, let's go. I mean, this
Yeah, let's just
this
go
other
for
dude
it.
is being a complete. There's a number of expletives I would like to use at this juncture, but I'm not going to. Not due to a sense of wanting to remain civil on stream, but due to a general sense
Agreed.
of he's just a
Rather
freaking.
stay civil on stream than, like, get pissed off by someone that
Yeah,
doesn't
he's
even
not
deserve that.
exactly. He's not worth my time. He's not worth
He
my
didn't
time.
even reply.
Whatever. I went the wrong way because I'm stupid. Where am I going?
Don't worry, my map glitched, dude, and I went the other way. You were
Oh,
doing
jeez.
such a good work. Like, exactly my point is the way he's, like... No.
I don't know. Whatever. There's a language barrier issue. There's a I mean, I'm not is Wisp an ideal pick for this? Absolutely not. Did I want to pick Wisp anyway because I have fun playing Wisp? Yes. Is that such a problem?
I picked Wukong for the reason of this is arbitration, and Wukong is literally my strongest Warframe I
Yeah.
have at the moment.
I mean,
That's
Wukong,
the only
jeez Louise, Wukong is
Well,
great.
Survive village. Squat, dude.
Wukong is superb. Like you just don't die. If I'm gonna play a frame that doesn't die, that's gonna be.
Hold on, I just wanna view something quick. Like,
Should I look at his profile? I'm looking at his profile.
I'm gonna do it now.
He is a Mastery 26. He is from Testigos de Quetzalcoatl, a ghost clan. Finally, you face your incompetence. Nah, I just do not have time for your particular brand of attitude.
The guy seems like he's like, how can I say, he's like pissed because of a previous lobby.
Maybe.
Yeah.
That sounds distinctly possible.
That's also one thing I've noticed sometimes with the players
Up.
that
The majority of his time has been spent using a Saren and Ignis Wraith, so obviously he's a pro gamer for sure. Definitely.
I like shooting.
Oh, I can't extract? Well, guess what? I can because I'm hitting the leave button. Wankstain.
Yeah, just...
I could send him a raft of invective and then just block him. I'm going to report player for... well, actually, there was harassment.
Him. Did you?
I'm doing it right now.
I already did.
So yeah, I'm gonna also report him. I think I still have one. Does it show my last mission? Oh yeah.
Mindless invective. For, oh, how long was that? About half an hour? 40 minutes? For 30 minutes straight.
Wait, for what did you report him?
Harassment.
Oh, okay.
Filing a false complaint is an offense and action will be taken against your account. Continue. Yup, it is not a false complaint.
Yeah, there's literally no
And I
choice.
am going to ignore, so he cannot at me, as it were. All right, Yosumitsu20, let me add to friends list. Yosumitsu's tuning in rather from Facebook, which is cool. Let me get to, oh my gosh, it's communication. Hello, friends. Let's go to
I forgot to
pending.
do that.
Let's add Yosumitsu20. Whoops, I need to go to the add section. Yosu.
I also like literally just send you a friend request. I don't know if you got it.
I'm checking it right now. Friend
I just
request
sent it.
pending.
Yeah,
Oh, there we
Punk, are
go.
you helping her out now?
yes.
Accept all. There we go. I've got those added. Very good. Let's see. Do you want us to join or?
Oh no, you actually full next to me.
Oh,
Oh,
very
okay.
good.
Well,
Very good.
Sorry.
No,
Sorry,
no
what are
problem.
we going to do then?
Good question. Let's see. Let me go to.
application again, but
Yeah, I want to go and say let's PvP, but with your ranking, I'd rather not.
Are you kidding? I'm horrible at PvP. I'm complete trash. I never do it. I'm absolutely abysmal.
Do you want to have just like a normal PvP,
I'm
just you and me then?
sure. I'm
It's
down.
just for fun.
Sure. Let me just show Yosumitsu my uh,
Oh,
my
shit.
Trinity Prime and Banshee Prime loadouts. All right, so for Trinity Prime, I've got a couple different loadouts. I've actually got a loadout for EV, Energy Vampire, where I have just shy max range, high strength, and extremely low duration. The practical upshot of this build is that I plop down my 2 and it is over and done with, and I just get a huge chunk of energy. I do have to tweak this build. I could use another Forma on here. Because it sometimes I run into actual energy supply issues because it's expensive to cast if you're not paying too much attention. I'd like to get a Forma on there to get a additional energy cap. But I also have a Bless Trin build. So with Bless, Bless is not actually affected by range at all. Um, so your range stat is irrelevant as far as Bless is concerned, unless they've changed something immense in the last however long. It instead is based off of your affinity range, the range in which you gain affinity from other players. So you can actually boost its range by going to your operator, if you have operator unlocked. If you don't, massive spoilers, I don't care. Sorry, I just don't. And it is, where is it? This is the wrong one. This is the wrong one. Is it Madurai has the affinity range? No, it's not. It's
Oh,
Unairu, I think.
Wait, so you don't have mods for PvP then, if you don't do PvP?
I have some. I have a number because I have done PvP. Which is it? It's... Yes,
Oh,
Mending
it's
Unity,
fine,
it's
but
Vazarin. Vazarin is the one I'm thinking of. It boosts your affinity radius, and that'll increase the range of your Bless, but not actual power range. So I've got a couple different builds for Trinity. I'm sorry, I'm multitasking right now. I'm trying to
no,
tell
it's
someone
all
who's
good.
asking questions and do the other. So
Doesn't bother me.
those are my basic builds for EV and Bless Trinity. I have an all-rounder, which I just kind of do for general survivability, but it's not particularly special. But mostly I'll be doing either Energy Vampire in order to keep everybody supplied with energy, which...
I still need the mod for it.
Yeah, for which the Vampire Leech or some of the corrupted mods, because those are... you need some of those too.
The vampire leech augment.
Yeah, yeah. And then for Bless, I don't think I even use the... Yeah, I don't use for Bless the augment for that. Is there one for Bless? There isn't one for Bless.
Yeah.
There isn't one
Two
for
builds.
Bless.
One is that the duration is very low, like 15%, and the other one is for high, for more tankish
Yep.
builds.
Yeah, yeah, that's pretty much how mine goes. Is just one of them you don't need any range, one of them you don't need any duration, and you just kind of build to the strengths of whichever one you're not doing at the time.
Yeah.
For PvP, oh, for Banshee, right?
Are you gonna keep
Banshee.
Banshee
No,
on PvP?
no, no,
Okay.
because they just want to know about my Banshee and Trinity Prime builds.
Okay. Yeah.
You probably can't see it because they're text because I've got a entire collects chat feeds from all 4 stream locations.
That's cool.
So I'm picking it up from this person's tuning in from Facebook. So I'm trying to multi that way. So for my, and unfortunately my Banshee builds are totally irrelevant now because I had one built for when what's the augment called? Resonating Quake was incredibly powerful, and now isn't. Um, I haven't even used it since the change. I just haven't. I've been doing other things. Um, is it Resonating Quake or Resonance? It's Resonating Quake. They're not very good builds, actually. They're really bad. I have nothing special on that end. Like I've got all of them boost range to some extent. I probably would use my all-arounder build, if anything.
While you guys are busy, I'm gonna have a quick smoke.
Sure thing. Sure thing. And then when Resonating Quake used to work, I would have as much strength as I could put on there, as much range as I could put on there, and as much efficiency as I could get on there, just so I could cast it a lot. So those are pretty basic, but none of these builds I would recommend at this point for Banshee. I haven't taken the time to really get a solid Banshee build working after Resonating Quake was nerfed into the ground. If I were to do one, I'd probably go for duration and strength, and then do, what is it? Not Sonic Fracture, probably Savage Silence. Actually, finishers right now are in a really dodgy state, so probably not even that. I'd probably go and do an all-rounder at that point, I guess. I wouldn't. I don't play Banshee much, as you can probably tell. Not a big Banshee player.
I'm not also.
It's mostly because I like there's other frames I'd rather do for the content that Banshee's relevant for. Banshee still has the huge damage boost you get from the
Yes.
what's it called? Her second ability, I think it is Sonar, which is extremely strong. But and Silence can be good too. But mostly I use Sonic Boom for a pocket crowd control, knock a couple guys down, and then Sonar to get big damage boosts to specific locations on enemies.
Where I used my Banshee is to get past strength, or yeah, I think it was 16 or 17. The one was you must get detected and rescue the prisoner.
Yes, yep.
Uh,
Rescues and the like, yeah.
I tried doing it with Evolve, but it didn't work so well. And then I used Banshee because of the silence for shooting the enemies with my Redeemer from
Yep.
spawn. That worked the best. Completely.
Yeah. What I wind up doing with rescue missions, and I'm not really ashamed to admit it, is I just kind of ignore everything and just open the doors, unless I'm trying to farm specters, at which point I'm usually farming for the cheap low-level specters anyway, because you get more of them. And I haven't done that in forever, because I built up a large supply at one point and just have never needed to do it ever since. So I'm gonna now check my Conclave loadouts because I don't even know what I've got. I haven't played PvP in a million years, and by a million I mean probably like 4.
Yeah. Well, I'm doing more survival now for farming. And the team we have here is I'm Necros, one guy's Trinity, and Nova, and then the first time I see someone joining with Frost. It's a good
For
team for farming.
survival, I mean, you can if you want to
Yeah,
hunker down in a corner. Anytime, Yosumitsu. I did add you, so feel free to accept the friend request, and anytime I'm on, absolutely. But yeah, the main builds I go for with Trinity, just to recap, are either an EV focused build, which is duration and strength, and then and efficiency if you can get it on there, and then an EV. That's for bless bless build with duration and strength, and then an energy vampire build with no duration, as much strength and range as I can slap on there, and that's usually that's your core right there for those two main builds. Other than that, all-rounder builds do work quite well for Trinity, because everything Trinity does pretty well. Um, Better than most other frames that can do those things,
yeah,
typically.
she's actually in this game. What I've noticed, she's one of the best supporters,
Hmm.
and um, she's a tank. She is literally a tank.
Oh
I
yeah,
want I
she.
want to go to PvP with her, but to be honest, because she's good at support and she usually does tanking, I have a very big suspicion that it's not going to end well
All
for
right.
me.
Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a completely new loadout, and I'm going to find a number of different things because I don't know what the meta is. I'm going to think of, so what stuff would be good for PvP? I'm thinking
Um,
someone who can use an energy ability very cheaply, or a first ability that's very handy.
what Warframe do you use in PvP?
I don't. That's my point. Is I need to do this
I
basically from scratch.
I always use Rhino in PvP because of the amount of damage he can take.
Mm,
Um, but then I started using Oberon, and I stopped with him since I got Titania, and now I'm using Titania in PvP
to
because the moment I can get a energy maxed, like
Yeah, you
or
just
just to use
fly
the
around,
ultimate,
yeah.
I can easily evade, and the guy's very. It's very hard to hit me.
Yeah. That's probably what yeah, I would probably go that route. I have a mag build I might go to give that a try. Other than that, I'm thinking maybe nah, not Limbo. That's too fraught with peril. I'd forget which mode I was in. Um, I guess Mirage really could put in work because you just
I just know some of
shoot
the
things out.
Warframes, when you use them, like Wukong, you can't use them at all in a PvP.
Yeah,
Um,
because having the duplicate
and
around would just break
what
everything.
is the other one? Is it? I think it's Equinox. You can use Equinox, but you can't use any of her abilities,
Yeah.
which sucks. So yeah,
Yeah, yeah, Yosumitsu. I love Octavia. Octavia is so much fun. I'm hugely fond.
yeah, use
Um,
Octavia in PvP.
I'm not talking PvP. I'm talking in general. I don't even know how you would use Octavia in PvP because nobody'd shoot at the ball. Um,
Yeah.
if you could self damage the ball, it'd be fantastic. Um,
Mm. But you can at least
uh,
still go invisible though.
yeah, yeah,
But I
but
think the
it's
player would still
expensive.
be able to see you,
Oh yeah,
like your outlines and stuff.
anybody paying attention is going to be able to. Yeah. Let's see. I
Mm.
do want more efficiency. Let me
Are
go
you going
with.
to host?
Um, I don't know. I haven't gone that far yet. I'm still putting together a build right now, and I'm gonna see how it goes, and then I'll switch to
I
another one.
literally just like installed very shitty mods on my stuff. Like, yeah, I literally only have Final Act on Titania, and yeah, and the rest of my weapons that I'm using has Zoom. That's it.
One I love is actually the Blood Rush and Berserker. Most of my sword builds.
Uh,
What I'm thinking.
But to get that Blood Rush, to try for it,
take your time.
took me a hell of a lot of time. Luna's spy mission like 50 times, and out of the 50 times, I didn't get it once. So I really went and bought it.
It's best to do it when you have like a resource booster or resource chance booster.
I had that on. It didn't work.
I got one yesterday for 6 hours, but then I did my sortie as well, and I got a 2-day resource chance or drop booster, and that like added extra time. I was like, okay, I'll take that.
Yeah, it's all cumulative, which is very nice.
Yeah, I didn't expect to get that. I expected to get Endo like I usually always do.
Yeah,
And
get those Anasas. I'll be honest though, I'd rather get an Anasa statue than Kuva, because there's a million ways you can farm Kuva. Endo,
Yeah.
there's a lot fewer. There
And,
are a
like,
number of ways, but
Nightwave also always has like Kuva to
Oh,
be
yeah.
like bought.
I'm now rank 38 online. Not bad.
I'm
Alright, I'll go
ranked
with
like
that. Let me.
I'm also ranked 38. Well, it doesn't say 38, but like I'm past 30 and now I'm at the 8th rank there, so like basically rank 38.
Trying to
That's
decide
it.
what I want for a secondary. I'm probably gonna go with just something I chuck out there and ignore everything.
Punk knows what I use as a secondary, and believe me, Punk hates that thing. Punk,
Probably
you
a
know what that thing is.
probably a brack, right?
Oh no. It's just something that's going to irritate the hell out of you when you get hit.
Well, the one thing I've heard that they do now is they're changing way that you pick up resources. So that when another player picks up a resource, he doesn't have to worry about marking it anymore. Everyone will get that resource as well.
Oh, that's good.
Uh,
Yeah, but
where
also
where
that-
is
that's
this? Is this in
that
game
actually-
in general, or?
Because
It won't work if you AFK.
okay, but that's the thing I was like worried about, is because of the people that just joins but doesn't do anything. They just run around and survive.
Yeah.
And
Well,
kill a few
there
enemies.
is the what is it, 2.5 minute, or is it 3 minute AFK timer that you have to be pretty.
Yeah. I
So
think free roam's AFK time is a bit longer.
I believe that is correct. I don't know the timer off the top of my head. I guess Annihilation for PvP.
No, the reason I say that is because earlier today I was in free roam, and then I got a notification on Kiss Anime about, I don't even know, some anime I'm following or subscribed to, and I wanted to watch it, and for some reason it just lagged. So I started watching Claymore, and I forgot I was on Warframe. And when I came back, I was like, oh shit, I'm still in Warframe. Like, maybe I'm like kicked out now because it was in free roam, but I was still there, and I was watching for like half an hour. So.
All right, let me
So,
get. If
don't
you're
know.
already in PvP, you can invite
I'm
me.
not.
If you're
I'm
not
still in my orbit.
already, I'm just gonna click on Annihilation then, and
You just invite me to it.
okay.
Then I know I'm joining you instead of like a public
Good point.
match thing.
Good point. Good point. Let me.
I
just
joined
go
a
to
lot
my
of public
communication.
matches where my ping is like so high I can't battle at all, and then they're just running around with flamethrowers and they're annihilating you.
Yeah. I'm.
Flamethrower is OP as hell in a PvP.
Yeah, I kind of figured, which is why I didn't choose it. Okay.
You can
Impending
take it,
bunny.
but
There we go.
I'm guaranteeing you that I'm gonna spam my secondary on you.
See, now I'm trying to think of good secondaries that are for spamming. I mean, it's not going to be the Embolist because it's like a flamethrower but tiny.
I know
It's probably hit scan, whatever
the-
it is, because you have to
the
actually hit people.
Redeemer is good if you get a hit on someone because it does a hell lot of damage if your mods and stuff is correct.
Sigma and
Me and Punk
Octanus.
did a PvP and he wasted me with the Redeemer.
Yeah.
Like,
And also that other gun I told you was, you remember we were just practicing there on a similar like thing. Where you spawn the enemies, and that one gun that tag you and then you try
wait,
to...
did someone leave?
Oh, I think I just accidentally got us thrown into a.
No, I'm just wondering because my time is literally stuck on 10 and it's not loading any further. But okay, fine, we can do it like this as well. It doesn't matter.
Nope, it bought me into a match and I don't see you here.
No, I am. It said you're in my lobby, so it's fine.
Okay. And there's like 4 people here, so.
No, my ping is fine here. It's like running on 200 and something MS. That's fine. I can still play like that.
Well, I'm rubbish at PvP, so I'm about to get bodied.
Thing is, I'm just going to spam them and watch how they get literally pissed at me.
Yeah, I was telling about that one gun. I forgot its name, but you mark it anywhere on the map. The bullets goes to that specific target. Yeah, Bunny was trying to see if you can stay alive. Yeah, even if his cloud walks off, when his cloud work stops, all the bullets goes to him.
Wait, what? Is this you? Yeah, that's you. I didn't know you had the shield.
Sigma and Octanus. Yes, Sigma and Octanus. You have a throwing shield when you're in midair. So, and it homes in a little bit, but I didn't think it would in PvP. It looks like it might here.
What I hate about PvP is how slow we are.
Yeah, oh yeah, I'm accustomed to a very different kind of gameplay.
Is this guy new to PvP? No, he's not. Fuck! I can't hit them. I'm very slow. Yeah, he's going to kill me. Yep. Yes, this guy. Oh, I'm not used to it. I played PvP so long ago. I literally
keep you out of it.
Yeah, it's because you never want to play PvP against me.
Yeah, because I don't like PvP on
Jeez, is the
Warframe.
damage fall off as bad as it looks? Because I'm doing 0 damage to a lot of people very frequently.
Oh no, that's you. I'm attacking. I'm probably making a mistake.
Again, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm flailing around.
Dude,
I haven't...
Stop moving. I want to kill you.
You check this on the...
I also never aim for headshots, which is probably a mistake.
Yeah, don't try to go. This guy's literally just... No!
Ah, there we go.
Oh, I missed you.
Nah, you got me. It's the other dude.
Oh, I hate that I don't have this slam ability anymore. GG for these guys, actually. It's hard that you rarely find a match where the people are actually good at PvP.
It's hard to find a match for PvP at all.
Yeah. That's 100% true.
Oh man, Hall of Mirrors has no duration. Okay,
I know, hey?
so...
Yeah, that's my secondary.
Oh yeah, Sonicor's pretty brutal.
Stand still. God, that shield. Fuck.
Why
didn't I think of having a shield? Because you can literally just spam the shield over and over.
Well, not every sword and shield can be thrown, can they? Unless they changed it?
I don't know, but my ultimate is ready.
Oh, all those razor flies. That's what
know,
got
eh?
me. That's what got me right there. That was pretty good. I guess I could go with...
I can't hit him. This Duke or whatever his name is, I literally can't hit him. It's just, I'm not used to this slow speed we have here. It just kicks me off the game so bad. I'm getting you. Oh, fuck. I don't know where you guys actually are, because some of you just keep disappearing off the minimap.
Oh, I'm checking how you fighting there, and we have to fight with what's it.
Who?
Screen.
I wanna kill him.
I got you.
You killed me, but I killed him. Wait, how did we kill each other? Like on the same time. Do you
I
see
don't know.
that?
I have no idea.
I saw it,
I
You
don't know,
killed
but I
me,
died.
and then afterwards I killed him, but we. What? GG. I want to kill this guy. I just want to kill this dude once. Shit. I'm third. Wow, I'm doing super bad. I should actually have taken Rhino. I realized that. If I can just get you guys with this bow once, then I know it's just a one-shot hit.
Is it the lens?
No. No, what the hell? It's you. I knew it. Was that shield? If I see the shield, I should know it's just you. I should have chosen a different weapon. I thought that because I prepared for literally just a 1v1, and
Well, it's my fault. I should have gone a.
oh no, it's chill, dude. Don't worry about it. Ah,
Sorry,
how
that
do
was
you-
that was a bit of a snipe because you were engaged and I just kind of took advantage. I feel
Yeah, wow,
vaguely
that's
grimy
all
I
over.
saw that.
I just want to kill this
Where the
dude
hell?
once.
My bubble didn't pop up. That's really frustrating.
This guy. Oh, what? He wall latched and then jumped back and got me.
Oh,
That's good. Actually,
getting-
give credit to them.
oh, twin
I haven't done
carcatas. What am I?
PvP in so long. Like, I suck so bad now. Don't you dare hit me with that shield of yours, dude. Where the hell are you? I hate you when you use that.
Does it
I'm dead,
stagger
I'm
you?
dead. No, it literally just does like a instant kill on me almost.
I mean,
Remember, I prepared for 1v1, so my whole build now isn't actually very good.
ugh. I'm taking two. Oh, geez, somebody's got a radial blind or something, and it hurts.
Yeah, I see that.
Energy
surge.
surge, whatever that means.
That was me. My ability, I guess.
Aw, you got me.
Die, dude.
I think I'm
I
gonna go
just
back
wanna
to
Get this
Mirage.
guy.
Because Mirage has that boosted roll speed, which is pretty handy.
Yeah, I saw him using it.
I want to kill number one. Why? I got so close.
Oh man, I did nothing to that guy. I like point blanked him and just missed every shot.
It's usually funny how people in PvP ain't actually so toxic.
I think it's because it's a really dedicated group of people that would just like to see more people, and they don't
yeah,
really
because
care.
you don't actually get a lot of PvP matches.
I don't know. I have noticed that overall
I don't know
toxicity in Warframe
I
has
don't know where this
increased a
guy
bit.
is, and he's so fast. I can't kill this dude. Like, yeah.
Oh, I see you. I see you. I see you. I see you. I see you.
I literally have a very wrong build for this situation, especially with the sword that takes so long to hit. So, I only have killed 5 people so far. Oh, someone else joined right now.
Oh?
Or PvP.
Oh, okay.
Yes. He stole my kill.
Sorry. Oh no.
I can't kill this guy. Come on, one hit. How does he his health, dude? His health goes up so quick.
It's well, he's a nidus, however that's
Okay,
pronounced.
yeah, that makes sense. Jeez.
Ugh.
His health is just, it goes up so quick, I don't have time to respawn at all.
Oh, whatever. I'm gonna bring out my Excalibur Prime and see what happens.
I used the wrong Warframe for this. Yeah. GG though.
Oh, jeez, he got me bad. Dark Split Sword of all things. Here, I'll back out and we can do 1v1s if you want.
We're gonna back out? Hey?
Yeah, I'll back out.
Okay. I did not prepare for a full lobby.
I'm so fine now.
I literally didn't prepare for a full lobby and I just got wrecked.
Alright, let me... Real quick.
Are we going in a full lobby again? Or
No.
I got so wrecked.
I don't even know what my score was for the last one. Where's
But
the
you
last
see
mission?
Titania, what's good about her is that razor flies and stuff, like, it just demolishes them.
Yeah.
It's just the energy runs out so quick.
Yeah, I'm accustomed to very, very different, it's...
The thing that gets me down in PvP a lot is the reason for, my speed. I don't have that amount of speed I usually have in missions.
Yeah.
And that gets me down a lot. Like, makes me fail, so. But yeah, I'm ready whenever you are, just make sure it's private this time.
Yeah, sorry about that.
No, it's all chill, dude. We got a little bit more ranking experience in PvP now as well.
Yeah.
One thing I wanted to tell you while I was now playing the survival. It's funny, me with his Wukong, we did a survival hour long till 120 enemies, and we used Wukong and Korra. Just meaning.
Yeah. They're on the Orokin survival missions and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on my Instagram, so I did post it.
And I studied Korra is quite good for survival missions.
Are you busy doing a new loadout?
Yeah, I'm just looking at my options. I think I'm probably just gonna stick with Mirage, even though it's not that mind-blowingly useful.
Wait, I forgot I built this crossbow. Why ain't I using it in PvP?
The one with the explosions? Oh, it's not there?
No.
The, what is it, the Zhuge Prime? Yeah, I just see the regular.
It wasn't the Prime, it was... I don't know what the thing's name was. Let me quickly check. Its name is the... Naga aka something.
The one that came out with Garuda, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, I can't remember its name, but I'm not seeing it here.
To use it in PvPs.
Ah, well, no balance.
It's very strong
and yet
because
and yet the Hema is available, but the Hema's
yeah.
the Hema is the Hema. let's set them better.
Now people hate you for using Wukong in Index, but sometimes me and you and the other guys.
People hate me, like, they literally give me so much shit in Index runs because I use Wukong. Because they say Wukong should not carry the points. He's not one to carry the points. And I'm just like, but I'm carrying the team. Like, we're still winning. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Why are you guys salty?
They're meta slaves. Meta slaves just do not have an easy time of it. I don't.
Mostly these players that are, not all of them, but mostly the ones that are like above mastery rank 22. They have their way of. They like doing one.
No, the guy that took me on was like mastery rank 19, and he just took me on because I use Wukong, and he's pissed at me because I carried the points, and I chose to play with Wukong, and Wukong doesn't carry points in Index. And I'm just there, I'm like, but dude, I killed them. Like, you're not close to me, so of course
Yeah.
I'm just gonna take the points. But he goes around, right, and he kills one enemy, and he goes and gives the points in. Like, that's not how you do an Index.
Yeah.
It's not how I do Index, certainly.
Like, why do you go kill one and go and just
There-
put it in? Like,
There
That's a
are
key point, bro.
there are situations where that's oh wait, I'm not in a one sec, I have to let's see, I could set it to public, clan, and alliance only. If I do
Okay.
that, will it still allow me to get you in here is my question.
I think
Communication,
as long as it's not just
friends.
set to clan. If it's not just set to clan, then I can still go in.
Here we go.
We'll see now. I'm accepting. Let's just see what it
So alliance
says.
only, would it let you in? Because there's no private. Well, I can do, I guess, friends only.
Friends only.
Yeah,
Yeah, friends only work.
and I'll try queuing that way. Hopefully that'll just be us.
Let's hope so.
Yeah, because those guys were
Yeah,
kind of
it-
good, and I'm not.
just
Again,
have
I
a
haven't
very-
done
very
PvP
wrong
and
build for a whole fight against people. I only did the build for a PvP, and yeah, it's just us. Yeah. Oh, you're going with Mirage?
yeah, I like the roll speed. It helps get me out of some sticky situations.
Why are you also using that secondary? No, no.
If you can't beat them,
Oh, I
join
love
them.
this map.
Oh, this map
This
is good.
map is,
It's an oldie but a goodie.
dude. This is the most fun map for PvP. I am going to get raped. No, fuck. Can you stand still?
Nope.
The point of PvP is for me to kill you.
Oh,
What?
I see.
No,
I see. I see.
Where are you? Oh, what? Did you respawn?
Nope.
Oh, okay, because I saw you fall off the map, and I want to reload. Fuck, man. What?
It does not do very
Good
much
fuck.
damage. I'm not too thrilled
Yeah,
with
I
that.
know. No, that's...
It's annoying as hell, but I can't.
I keep missing you. And I
What?
killed
How did you
myself.
die? Oh,
I
you fell
killed
into the
myself
electricity. Let
out
me.
of boundary. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you're not out of bounds per se. You're just.
But doesn't that give you the kill though? Because you did damage me and
yeah.
I died.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
it
think
did.
it still gives you that kill.
And then I got the Oro from it too, which is the additional score multiplier. I should probably play more Lunaro. I haven't played that since it came out. Get over here. Get over here. I'm gonna throw disco balls
What?
at you.
Oh. Yeah, I'm not gonna win this one.
Oh, I have no ammo though, so I'm in trouble.
That's good. Thanks for telling.
I'm in trouble.
Watch me go around the corner and just get hit.
I'm trying
You're
to find
really
you.
quick with this map though. Like you really know the map, hey?
Well, it's because it's the first one. It's the only one I
Hey.
know. So
Yeah, but you don't get it a lot in PvPs. Like you usually get the one we just like played before. I still don't know how you're able to get me. I can't. I'm literally doing so fucked up now. Yeah, okay, you know what? I'm just gonna do the most noobish move ever. Not camping. It's not what I'm gonna do.
I mean, you can if you want. I will find
No,
you though.
no, hell, that sucks.
You can do what you gotta do, but I'm
No,
gonna
no.
find you and I'm gonna get you. Gonna get
I
you.
don't know where the hell are you?
I keep
Because you're
forgetting.
not on the spots the players usually are, so that's what makes it hard for me, because you're one of those players that doesn't stop once. You see, you just randomly show up and then just... Fuck!
How are
Oh,
you breaking it?
what?
How are you killing you so much?
Yeah, he is, because he's playing with Mirage, so he can hit me with that fucking radiation crap. And I can't get energy because he keeps taking it, so I can't use my fucking razor flies.
That's what he's trying to do, is prevent you from using it.
But I
Because
need it. Okay, you know what? I'm done. This is it.
Gotta juke the razor flies. Oh no.
Finally.
The wind up on Mirage's 4 is so long. Such a long wind up. I'm just sitting there in the midair and I'm like, oh no.
So,
What do I do here? I'm done. I should have actually let myself just keep dropping down instead of floating in midair. That would have been the thing to do.
I don't know where you are, and I know you always love attacking from the top. Watch me get fucked again.
Well, the Phantasma is not quite doing what I'd like.
I missed.
I wonder how would Ivara do PvP.
I don't think you can use Avara in PvP. I don't think you're able to do that.
I didn't check, so I don't know.
I don't have Ivara yet, so I wouldn't
Ivara,
know.
oh my gosh, Ivara. I haven't gotten Ivara Prime yet, but Ivara was quite a pain to grind up.
Oh no, get him!
Yeah.
Dude, I have
like
no idea
Where'd
where
you
you
I
go?
use her a lot.
are. I have
Oh,
no
Ivara
idea
is-
where you are.
Ivara is great.
I missed.
Thing is, I come with Ivara, I did take a video, but I did it. Survival, 144 minutes, and it was level 250 enemies with Redeemer Prime.
No! Stand still. Fuck. I can't remember where the ammo packs is on the map. Fuck my life.
I think they're all inside buildings. Oh, there's a
I
couple that
did
are outside.
check, but I don't know where they were. Oh, really?
Oh no!
Hey, go back.
Get
I don't
back
mind
in
you
there.
staying there.
Oh no.
I saw that you got stuck.
I don't mind admitting this is the most fun I've had in PvP in literally 4 or 5 years, because I haven't played PvP in about 4 or 5 years.
The thing is, I never get matches, so it's pretty damn fucking hard.
Not what I wanted to do. Getting the angle to get the shield throw when you're right below me is really hard.
You know what is hard? Finding ammo. Oh my word, it's literally right here. No. That's not...
Only because
wanted
I had
to
you caught in
shoot-
a corner. Only because
I
I had you
wanted to
caught.
shoot the thing to like get you off balance, but it gave me a delay on my hit, and that's what made you be able to get like the killing blow on me.
Yeah.
I keep missing the... I have no idea where you are, and my shield just drops for no reason.
Oh, I know. There's a reason.
Yeah, because of you.
There's a reason. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So
I'm getting
Phantasma.
so
So Phantasma. Pro tip. Phantasma's secondary makes a number of little mini projectiles along with the exploding projectile.
I at least know which one is used.
And oh,
That
by the
should be
way,
enough.
those home in. So when I'm plopping that down,
You jumped right into
yeah, well, can't win them all.
Well, it doesn't matter. You're so far ahead. And not like I'm actually going to catch up in time. Energy surge. Okay, yeah.
There we
that's
go.
the
Now it's letting me
game
spawn.
mode itself. It's letting you what?
It wasn't letting me respawn because there was the energy surge hit and the.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no, you don't. Oh, no, you don't.
No, I wanted to use my ability.
Oh, that's right. It resets your energy, doesn't it?
No, no. Hey, no, that's a very, very, very shitty move.
Well, I walked in there and that's where you were. I couldn't help it.
I wasn't planning on even killing you.
Oh.
You just, like,
Oh, you weren't planning on it. Oh, I see.
No, I was planning on doing it after you turn your back on me.
Oh, I see. I see. This makes sense.
What? I'm getting wrecked. Finally, at least.
I don't understand. You're letting me win though, right? Because I do not know what I'm doing half this Oh, jeez, I'm not hitting you. I'm out of here. I'm gonna let your energy run out because I'm not fiddling with that.
I just want you to at least close by so the razor flies can get you.
Does the does the melee track with what is it, Dewata, in Razorfly mode? In PvP, you know how
does it track?
I'll
No,
let
it doesn't.
okay, because I'll let you get energy in order to
No,
test
it doesn't
that.
track at all.
Oh, okay. So you just kind of sit there flailing around and hope that nobody can hit you. That makes sense.
You hope that you can hit someone, yes. Not that they cannot hit you.
I just shot myself in the feet. That was really
I
smart.
just saw that.
Ah, there we go.
This is like my only way of killing you right now.
Well, it works.
Yeah,
Can
well, if
respawn.
you're running away, it does. But if you are hidden, it doesn't work at all. And I swear you're gonna hit me from above. Again.
Well, there's verticality. Like, yeah.
Where are you? Where are you? Oh, there you
The
are.
match is over. Oh, there you are.
Not yet. I'm gonna get the last kill. No, it's over. GG.
GG.
I'm really not used to the speed anymore.
Oh,
Do you want a
The
rematch?
speed- Yeah, I'm just gonna change my class a little bit.
Sure.
Just the speed. I'm so used, because we never get like PvP lobbies, I'm so used to the missions and stuff speed.
Oh, yeah.
And like doing duels in the dojo. And now
Oh,
it's just
yeah.
like this. It's just your energy's gone. It feels like you're playing Call of Duty in slow mo.
Yeah, yeah. No, this is the speed here actually kind of reminds me of old Warframe speed, so I'm kind of like, oh, vague hints
Wait,
of
I
memory.
can't change my loadout?
You can make several, but is it not letting you do it on the fly? Probably not.
Yeah, it didn't let me. Okay, well that's
If we
weird,
want to,
but, it doesn't
if we wanna bail out, we can. That's not a problem.
I have a plan. Hold on.
Oh,
Honestly.
okay.
Oh, I actually thought like if we could use our operators, it'd be like a 1v1, just operator against operator, but it doesn't work. I thought it would because it gave me the option, but it doesn't let me change. You just want to hit me with that crap over and over. I'm dead.
Oh boy, I don't mind admitting that my heart was pounding there because I couldn't follow you. I was just like jumping around like a maniac.
Yeah, I was actually pretty damn close, but you actually like.
Oh, I had no health. I was very worried.
You clutched it so good. Wait, the problem is not actually knowing where the person is, and now you're behind me again, and you're gonna hit me with that other radiation shit, and I'm gonna miss you. Yep. Now you're just gonna hit me from up top again. I know you're the sort of player that loves coming from the top, just randomly.
Oh, I'm out of
That's
roll.
my aim.
I'm
There's
out of
my
roll.
aim.
I'm out of roll. Because
Wait,
I'd
where
already
the hell
rolled
are
in
you?
midair. Oh no.
Stop. I'm trying to kill you.
Oh, that's the wrong hole.
Why are you running all of a sudden?
Well, because I have no ammo, so I need to...
There's ammo here right by me. You can just come and get it.
Yeah, okay, right. Yeah, right.
Hold on.
I'll bet. I'll
Hold on.
bet.
There, I marked it for you as well.
I can't see that. We're not on the same team.
Oh, okay, fuck. Yeah, makes sense. That's me. Again. Can you die? Please?
I can shoot myself in the feet like I just did, if that makes you feel any better.
Oh my.
Whoa! How'd I hit you?
I have
Oh,
no idea, but
I must
good.
have thrown the Sigma in at Octanus because I was trying to shoot you and I
It
just
hit
missed
me,
horribly.
and I didn't like. I. Where the fuck? Nope. I need to avoid that, but even if you don't direct hit me with it, I still get damage from it somehow.
Yeah, because it's got a AoE radius and it also
Oh,
has little sub-projectiles that come out of it. It's nominally a
keep staying in the air because that's usually the only way I can use when you're in the
Oh
air.
gosh, good shot. See, I don't have that kind of aim, so I have to rely on stuff with a big, broad cone.
The thing is, because you have this limit amount of ammo and stuff.
Yeah.
And your reload is so shit.
Oh yeah, like I even have a couple mods that are unranked for this that boost reload speed, and I'm just like, these don't really help all that much.
It would be nice if there's just a lot more players doing PvP. I see you, I see you. Oh fuck. I hate that fucking thing. Oh no! The speed is so shit. Stop that, please. How? I am not going to question that. I knocked you down, but you still killed me.
Cause I think because I got the charged projectile out just as you knocked me down. So the
Oh, it's charged. Oh, it's chargeable. Okay. That
yeah,
makes sense,
yeah,
but it does
it's
so much damage.
yeah, it uses an entire clip, all 7
Okay,
rounds in the
that
clip,
makes
and then you're
so
kind of
much
stuck.
more sense. I'm just trying to find you. Yo. That dodge.
I didn't even see where you went. I saw you juke behind a building and then was unable to find you.
I would love if you can
How
just
did you
fence
get
it.
over there?
I ran from the back.
How did you get over there?
Oh, nice.
That was
Jeez.
a direct hit. That was
I
luck.
literally jumped up and you hit me.
That was pure luck. I was not aiming for you. Well, I was aiming in your direction, but not, I was not aiming well, I should say.
The thing that's like in your favor here is your shield, because you don't have to get a direct hit on me in order to do. Oh fuck my life! Not that. Well, if you want to use that, then it's probably my turn to use this then. If I can just find out where the fuck you are. Yeah, here you are.
Did I get you? Oh, I got like
Nope.
double kills and stuff. So apparently Titania is great for other people to farm Conclave experience. That's cool. I didn't know that. Because I get credit for the Razor Wing kills. Not as actual kills, but for Conclave standing, I think.
Yeah, yeah.
That's pretty cool. I'll have to try that, or fiddle with that
That's
sometime.
only if you can get your energy up to it, because it literally has to be 100% energy in order to get to it, so...
Oh, there you are. Right in front of me.
How am I not hitting you? Jeez, my aim is off. Oh! No.
Oh.
Okay. No, my ammo! My ammo.
You're not the only one.
Wait. Jeez. You are so fast. Wait, where the... I hate when you do that. Like, literally just stay on the roof. No.
That's not gonna hit you. Are you kidding?
Oh, I can't see.
Oh, wow. The blind I got you? Oh, okay.
Did it get you, or did you use it?
I used it, yeah.
How? Jeez.
Swinging my melee like a crazy person, that's how.
Wait, do you have like a mod that increases your melee speed?
No, I don't have any melee mods. I think this weapon just has fairly high. The Sigma and Octanus
Because
has
I
a
don't
pretty
know
high
if there
melee
is
speed.
actually mods like that. I don't think mods like that exist. Oh no! I was hoping you did not see me. Try and get my energy up. Because I can't get to the energy points where you go because you always take them first. Energy surge means the match is also almost ending.
Where did you go? I'm getting plinked at.
Oh, what work? Type of work do you do?
What? How did I not hit you? We're both concentrating so much.
I can see that.
Did you die? Oh,
Yeah, I died.
I didn't get a notification, so I don't know where it happened. Well, I hit you a little. So,
I'm just trying to get energy. That's the only thing.
oh yeah, well, because I don't want you to. I know where most of the energy locations are because they haven't changed in
If I can hit
5
you
years.
with my lantern effect, then it dims like all your your damages and shit. It dims it all. So if I can just hit you with number 3. Nope, I missed. It won't make you float though, like they do to the enemies in missions. Oh. My only chance of actually like killing you is not using my melee. It's literally only using my weapon because of you having that shield. Yeah.
Oof.
Did you wall action jump or just jump?
Nah, I just air melee'd. I was actually trying to throw at you.
Good.
I was just trying to toss the shield at you, but I
No, fuck, I hate that thing. I have no idea where you even are. And that makes me stressed as hell. But that's fine.
Oh.
I'm just staying with you. No. No, I'm dead. Just needed to get that health. Like, why is the energy orb in the middle never here? Like, do you keep taking it before I'm able to get to it?
Nah, I'm not seeing the thing at all. To be honest, I haven't seen it pop up.
Me neither. Okay, well, GG. Hey, the match was over.
I don't know, does it give me a little extra? Because I've made no Conclave progress. I don't know, I'm like Conclave rank 3 maybe. Or 2 rather. I'm like the second.
The problem with it is because there's not people actually playing.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
sucks.
Alright, we can back out if you wanted to do some loadout changes. Hey, GHSH901 from Twitch. Glad you're tuning in. I know, I'm actually doing... There's somebody tuning in from Twitch named GHSH901, so that's pretty cool. I'm gonna hit yes, I want to back out.
Already backed out.
I
so.
know, I never do PvP, but this is actually quite entertaining. Probably only because I'm winning, but yeah.
The problem with it is just that, how can I say it? It's like not everyone loves doing PvP.
Yeah.
And another thing about it is those who aren't used to PvP doesn't enjoy it at all because there's so many things that gets reduced.
Oh yeah, like if you're trying to play the game the same way, it's not at all. It's pretty painful.
It's literally not that. So don't even try thinking you're going to go into PvP and be like, hell, I'm actually going to win, because no, that's not the situation. You're actually just going to lose.
It's pretty brutal. So does current loadout and...
I'll join you.
Sure.
But still about 3 minutes
You're
left.
still farming with her, dude?
Yeah.
Oh
we
my
went an hour. That's my farming style. Go for an hour.
That's our boast farming style. We always just aim for an hour.
That makes a lot of sense to me.
Oh, the rewards are great. We already on level 125.
Oh, gee.
It's on the derelict.
Okay. I'm gonna go back to my
What do
Warframe
we
build
do?
for my game though, not for Conclave.
Or so she could get she and Octavius Erotics.
Yes, yes. Hold on, I actually have people I need to answer on WhatsApp because I'm being very rude to them right now. Anything you want to do now?
I think it would just took a break quickly
Okay.
away from the stream. But yeah. Because I'm watching the YouTube stream. So I can see people chat there on the this week I can't see. Damn. Yep, 130. Yeah, yeah. Get away from me. Get away from me. Yeah.
What?
No, 130.
All right, sorry about that, guys. I had to bounce for a sec.
Easy.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay, listen. I actually have someone I need to call, so I'm gonna leave the Discord chat, or I'm just gonna mute myself, but I don't know when I'll be back.
Sure thing.
That's fine. We
So-
still here.
Enjoy, I'll probably check you guys tomorrow after I'm done with work, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll
I'm
definitely.
gonna extract now and then
No, okay. Thanks for the PvP match, I actually enjoyed that after it felt like years of not having a PvP match.
Yeah, I know the feeling. No,
Yeah.
I haven't done PvP in forever, so this is a nice warm up getting back into it.
It would be nice if they can just enhance our speed to the same level as it is in game.
I mean, it's already like borderline unplayable though, because it's just
Dude,
it's
it's like,
completely crazy.
what's that mods or cards or something you put on that like gives you debuffs? Punk, what's that stuff called? Dragon something, isn't it?
Dragon
Oh,
Key, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, it's like you have a dragon key on you
Yeah.
that reduces your speed to like negative.
yeah, it's very prohibitive. I agree. I actually have to probably cut the stream out anyway, just because I don't want to go over the 4-hour arbitrary obnoxious limit where the warning klaxons start going off and it's like, oh,
See, when you do a 4-hour stream and you want to post it on YouTube, but you want to edit it.
yeah, exactly. So that's why I try to keep under it, just so I don't have to worry about the hassle because I'm lazy, super lazy. I'm gonna do.
Okay. See you guys maybe tomorrow.
Sure thing.
GG, thanks.
Yeah.
Enjoy.
I'll join you now.
Alrighty. I'm gonna kill the stream, but we can keep going. So yeah.
Keeping an eye on your YouTube, so if there was someone in there,
Yeah,
I'll
someone
check
from.
there.
Yeah, I'll definitely. I do it every week. But I'll stay in the Discord. That's not a problem. So yeah, I do these every week. Every Wednesday, I do a Warframe stream. And about noon Eastern Standard Time, but usually it's only 2 hours, but sometimes I go quite a bit more. I also do a stream on Monday, which is mecha and giant robot related. I also do a stream on Saturdays, Storytime Saturdays, where I read stories aloud. Lately, I've been doing a read through of Neil Stephenson's Snow Crash. So if you have any interest, and this is to anyone, any interest whatsoever in cyberpunk or as a genre or a setting, that is well worth tuning into. It is a very enjoyable book, I find. So yeah, thanks to everyone who tuned in. A lot of people tuned in. I'm astounded. I even got people to be on the stream with. That's fantastic. Let's hope we can keep that up every week. Not that I care too much about the metadata or any of that, or the, what's the term they use? Analytics. All the analytic data, because I'm not making money off this in any event. But yeah, no, thanks for tuning in, everyone, and see you next week or sooner. And hopefully next week we'll be able to get together too again. That would be great.